Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to RGL Season 3, our very first playoffs match. We have such a good game lined up for you. Ascent versus my enemy list. I'm joined by my co-caster, Marmaloo,
If only
with
I was
Dolphin,
Marmaloo.
with Dolphin on production. But we got a sick game, man. Obviously we didn't get to talk about it this podcast just because Dolphin was a little bit busy. So yeah, I'm a little excited. Jarrett, what's going on, man? It's been a little bit.
It's been a little bit back for some playoffs action. Can't be mad at a BO3.
For sure, man. I'm excited for the BO3. I mean, I'm also excited just to see how Mal does in a BO3 versus Ascent because they've gotten very, very close last time. And also in the Yams Charity Cup, they actually had a pretty good run versus Dorsia. They took a map off them in the BO3, but ultimately fell. But I mean, at the end of the day, gotcha. So anyway, let's run over the rosters. We have a little bit extra time to talk over some stuff because we're still probably waiting on some players to join and get the scrims finished up. But I'll run through the Ascent roster. Your seed number 2 team coming into this game, you have Slemnish and High Five on Scout, Bot Mode on Roamer, Laz on Pocket, Zayler on Demo Man, and Logguy on Medic. Obviously, the swap classes from High Five and Bot Mode. Back to what I think is the stronger roster. Obviously, if you guys been keeping track of the Golden Cap podcast, we've been really, saying me and Marmaloo have been really hyping up, this swap, how it's just strictly better. Jerry, what are your opinions? I mean, a High Five, he's always a good multi-class or an invite, but if you want to take down Froyo and win convincing best of threes, I think this is the roster that you should play with.
I agree, especially because even though they're both very talented multi-classes at this point, the classes they're on now in this iteration of the team is what they originally were playing from the get-go when it comes to their TF2 careers. So going back to your roots and definitely going to the thing that you're in most experience with is going to be a big +1 when you're trying to beat the juggernaut that is Froyo Tech. Or any team at all.
Nah, I hard agree with you. I mean, you want to be on your best class, especially in a BO3, because obviously I feel like Ascent's been grinding. I know a lot of people on this team want to beat Froyo, and I think that they understand this is one of the best chances they're going to have. But I want, if you want, Jared, you can run us through the Mal roster. Let us know what we're going to expect you.
Alright, well, on the other side of the coin, we have the Mal roster, and that's going to be Phelps and Alpha on Scout. We have Aim on Pocket, Trip on Roamer, Psy on Demo, and Bear on Medic. You got a pretty nice core of players here that have a lot of experience playing together at this point in different iterations of different rosters. Bear, Trip, and Psy have a lot of experience playing together on iterations of Ford, and then you have Phelps and Trip and Aim have experience on different iterations of previous Mal rosters, so they're definitely very familiar with each other when it comes to beyond this season. So at this point, it's just, are they going to be able to take everything that they've been able to learn together throughout this season and apply it into this match, trying to beat the seed that's slightly higher than them?
Yeah, I mean, they've been playing. Honestly, they feel like watching them, they still kind of play like the old Ford Gaming team that I always see. They still take those crazy aggressive Ubers with Alpha. Alpha's another pretty aggressive combo scout. Aim's a little bit more, tighter to the leash than most pockets, but they make it work, and they've been doing a great job with it. I mean, they've taken great games off Dorsia, but Dorsia, is coming back with a pretty hefty roster. So, we'll look at them next week when we cast whoever's playing on, unless Dorsia upsets Froyo or, whoever, if Mal upsets Ascent here. But, I mean, I'm excited to see this match just because Mal's come a long way. I feel like they, this is the best they've been playing. I feel like they finally hit their peak. This has been a lot of core players. They were all on Ford at one point. They were all on Mal at one point. So they have a huge, perfect amount of synergy with each other. But also you have the core of Ascent. You have Bot Mode, Laz, Slemnish. That's a pretty intense core of their own. They've played on LAN with each other. They've got second at I-65 with each other. These guys have done a lot with each other. And a lot of people always seem to forget that Ascent always makes roster changes and everything. But literally, High Five, Bot Mode, Slemnish, Laz have all played with each other for multiple seasons. I mean, the only change that they've made was Logguy, which is an incredible side grade to skis. Logguy is incredible at Medic. And then you have Zayler, who's a fantastic replacement for Bot Mode, who's been on other iterations of Ascent. So, there's a lot of things going for both of these teams here in terms of synergy. It's going to come down to a lot of these class-based head-to-heads. So
I agree, and it's also going to partly depend on the maps. We saw it in the cup how some of these teams did against each other, like you mentioned before, and that'll maybe lead into a little bit of a preview of what we have coming this time. But because we're able to, it's playoffs. It's not like regular season of RGL where things are a little bit more RNG at the end when it comes to the map selection because of the home and away thing. But now that we're really getting down to narrowing down maps, you can really tailor this BO3 to what you think your best map is, like from the get-go. There's only like one ban in the way of you picking your favorite map. So I have the list open right here of how the pick bans transpired in terms of what we're playing or what we're going to be seeing them play today. So this isn't exactly in order. I'm just going to do it by what each team did. It looked like Mal went the route of banning all the Koth maps as much as possible. They immediately got Bagel and Viaduct out and decided they wanted to go with Sunshine. And Ascent went the route of they banned Gully and Snakewater and picked Process. And that, with an eventual Villa ban that came from Mal, that kind of left Metalworks at the end of the pool. So the map rotation tonight is going to be Sunshine, Process, Metalworks. What do you think about Mal going the route of just like trying to get rid of as much Koth as possible?
I think they did a good job. I mean, I don't think they tried to get, because I'm looking at the stream right now. They started out by banning Gully, or not Gully. I mean Bagel. I think that banning Koth against Ascent is good. I think that Ascent is one of the best Koth teams in the game. I think they're the only team in NATF2 right now that could beat Froyo on Koth, and I don't think that any other team could even come close to Froyo on Koth. So I'm okay with them banning all Koth here. What I'm happy with is Mal's been playing so good on Gully Wash. I don't think that that's Mal's best map. I just think that Ascent got caught off guard by a lot of some things and had a lot of issues pushing Gully Wash. And I think that Ascent banning that is actually, really good for Mal, because I don't think that's Mal's best map still. Obviously they came close, but I just think that was just Ascent playing to their faults rather than to their advantages. In all honesty, I mean, I think Sunshine, that's gonna be a tough game for Mal. I mean, I don't know how good their Sunshine game is. Ford last season was pretty fun. Was pretty okay with Sunshine. They have assuming they're gonna do a lot of the same mids that they used to do, where they're not gonna be wrapping a bunch. They're kind of just gonna be, once the other team gets behind their Tetris, they all run across point, and Bear tries to sneak off to the other side without getting caught out by a soldier. If they're able to keep that same philosophy going into it, but they've just perfected it as the season went on, they have a really good opportunity to take a lot of these mids. But I mean, Campy, Laz, and bot mode are such a force to be reckoned with in Sunshine mids. Just because Campy and Sai are going to be clashing heads. Campy and Sai are both players who are not going to miss on their medics, on their scouts. They're going to hit their targets who they're supposed to be hitting. Excuse me, but I think Laz and bot mode are going to have just more impact overall than Aim and Trip. But Process can go either way. I'm convinced we have to say about Process.
One thing that's kind of interesting about, I think, going from Sunshine to Process is, out of all the maps in the pool, there are definitely two of the maps that are, obviously not all maps are the same, but they're probably the most similar when it comes to the layout of the map and how open or closed they are and what you can kind of do on it. So I feel like if there was any map that you could play and then you go on to the next map and then try to use knowledge that you gain from the previous map to use into the next one, it's definitely going to be like a Sunshine to Process transition. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see which team adapts to whatever they learn in the Sunshine match going into the Process match. Like maybe you learn the other team's a little bit too passive, you want to alter the way you're playing to try to like bait people out more. Maybe you learn that playing aggressive is more your style, but the match is over, so now you can use that for the Process match upcoming. So I think that's going to be something interesting to look at, because it's going to give the potential for both teams actually to adapt to whatever they learn from just playing, and they don't have to like fully reset everything because of the map dynamic changing too much.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly, this is going to be pretty intense best of 3. I'm probably going to give it to Ascent 2-0 though in the series, just because I feel like there's not a lot of gimmicks to be had on Sunshine. It's kind of a straightforward map. It's an incredible map. There's not a lot of things you can really do to just hardcore gimmick a team. It plays very honest, just like how Process plays very honest. Metalworks isn't the most honest map, so there's a chance if Mal can play really, really good and sneak a map in, it could definitely go in their favor, because Metalworks is a very chaotic map, and I have a feeling Mal is a pretty good team at Metalworks, just based on how these guys used to play. But I just think that Ascent's going to be too uniform. Slemnish, one of the most consistent scouts in Invite. Obviously, on top of that, Zaylor, just another force to be reckoned with, one of the best demos in the world. It really just honestly comes down to how is Mal going to play in these post fights, because that's where Ascent thrives, in their pure aggression, where they're going to be going to, and I want to know what High Five is going to be doing directing this Uber. Slemnish on the flank is disgusting, and if they're not able to control where how chaotic a fight is, if Mal can't, isolate certain targets in certain fights, especially players like Slemnish or Campy that are going to be like the big targets, like the big red flags to try and kill, it could go rough for Mal in a lot of these scrappy fights. Because I know that Alpha and Phelps are like great at scout in their own right, but I'm telling you, man, the 1v1, I feel like it's gonna go down to Slemnish being in the right place at the right time.
I feel like it's gonna come down to mids a lot, because like you said, this map in Sunshine can usually play pretty honest. Like, there's not too much you can really do besides, like, maybe pulling out a sniper play, or, like, doing a silly rat play for a back cap or anything like that. But before you can even get to any, like, post-fight or anything like that, it just comes down to the mid-fight. It sets the pace. It kind of figures out where the game starts off at. And if Malor always start the map off at their own last or on their own tune, because if they're not able to win mids, it's not going to be a very good pace setting for them. And it's going to make it even more difficult than it would be if they aren't able to get any mids together. So I think that's probably going to be a big tell. Because Ascent are probably the favorites slightly in terms of being able to get a good footing. So I guess it's going to be on Mal to be able to like adapt to whatever they see out of the first mids and try to mix it up a little bit just in their play and try to get something good going for them.
Yeah, I mean, if Ascent's gonna kind of it really just comes down to, because last holds on this map have been they're always kind of intense, unfortunately, or push into it. So I mean, getting mid to lasted isn't the worst thing on Sunshine. It's not like you're getting mid to lasted on like Metalworks. That's a pretty rough map to hold, in post Uber or Uber disad. But
yeah, Sunshine last is doable.
I mean, Sunshine, I think, is one of the harder ones, in my opinion, to push into.
Oh yeah, doable. I mean, like the hold. Like if you lose mid,
it's very easy to hold.
Yeah. If you lose mid, you're not like, the round's not necessarily over, but it's like, even if you survive that, like, you're on your own half of the map, like at the start of every round. If you're not able to get your mids together, is what I was saying. But I do agree. Like, it's not the end of the world if you do lose it. Like, you can hold your last pretty well as long as you get something good going, set up a good defense with a gun and traps and whatnot.
Yeah, it's really easy to kite on Sunshine. You can go through spawn, and the good thing about it is the spawn isn't so wide. It's kind of like Gully Wash spawn. You can go to left to right really, really quickly, and plus there's more walking room on right side. Unlike Gully Wash, you kind of have like a little platform, and then that's it. But Sunshine, you have a lot of room to walk on. You have a lot of room to dodge. So it's really nice, kind of just like kiting spawns and switching sides through spawn, in front of spawn. But I mean, I want to just see how Mal's going to start these mids, because playing with most of these guys in the past, I feel like Sunshine mid hasn't been the best for them, just because even when I played with a group of these guys, we still struggle with a lot of the timings and the focus fire. So hopefully Alpha does it better than I was able to do, and gets them on the right track of winning some of these mids based on where they're going. I know you remember that for the most part, Garrett, because you were there for that. But
speaking of Alpha, one transition real quick. What do you think the chances are of Alpha running sniper in a mid if their mids start off not too great? Do you think that their way they're going to adapt is going to be to like change like passive or aggressive or left or right, or do you think they're just going to say screw it and have him sniped in mid?
I've seen it because when Yosh played on this, with the group with the core of these players, we never got mad at him for running sniper if he wanted to on mids, especially on mids like Gully, where you can kind of just like bait it out a little bit, and when the demo takes damage or he's running across point, he's a really good free shot essentially. Sunshine's kind of the same way, because if you're just posted up Valley, you have like the thing with Sunshine though with Sniper on this, if you go Valley, you see a lot more, but you're in a one and done. Like you could either get the medic, the demo, get a nice key kill, but you're gonna get bombed by a soldier, and then that's it. That's your reign of terror. But if you go choke with your team, or cafe rather, you could be more protected. You're gonna play for the long haul, but you might not get as many kills. But anyway, enough with the predicting on what Alpha is gonna be doing. We're going into the match here. RGL, we
got debated.
Oh, unfortunate. That's a rough one in all honesty. Trip Boy's trolling us. #1 roamer. He's letting me down.
It happens sometimes, I guess.
Let's go. Now we're going. So, guys, we're getting into it. RGL playoffs, week 1 of playoffs. My enemy list versus Ascent. I want to see how these demos are going to roll. My eyes are on Psy Guy this first mid. Jared, take us on it.
Alright, well, we have Psy rolling out to mid. Seems pretty good. Hits the ramp slide, and is going to be slightly faster than Zayler. And they're trying to put a little bit of damage out until each other's chokes, not shooting each other. Fast soldier rollout from bot mode, not from Trip. Both teams arriving at mid on their own side. We have red soldiers trying to make space in their own choke, and Bear surfs up, but Trip with the counter initiation. There's no follow-up though. Trip just ends up dying as he tries to get onto the red team, and they're a little bit weak, but they're safely farming the soldiers, just backing up into the enemy team's choke. And even though they get bot mode down, it seems like blue team is going to be very, very weak, and only 2 left alive in their own choke, as red is going to be able to take control of the midpoint here. Blue backing up into their own choke. See if they can get any form of Uber. Zayler's a little bit close. Maybe they can try to kill them while they die, but the fact that they've moved so far forward without only 75% Uber means that they're going to just die here. I think they mostly did that though because they realized they had disad. They're probably going to die anyway, so they just take Zayler down with them as they die, and red's going to be winning the mid and moving on to 2 here.
Yeah, I don't really like, Bear and his combo scouts positioning. I don't know if you saw that, Jared, but Bear was entirely disconnected. He took so much spam because he wasn't able to latch onto his scout and kind of kite to that right side super fast. So he took a ton of damage. But, I mean, they were able to, post up. They're going to slow down the push a little bit because Campy did get killed, but he's already in there lower. It looks like high-fiving Campy, maybe going to get ready to chariot it in top right. I want to see what they're going to be doing here. Get ready to prep here. Campy kind of just sticking off top right, so his team can get buffed.
Taking a little bit of damage, just slowing things, but they're going lower this time.
So they're going to bomb right into the gun. Campy's going to get it killed relatively quick, but Phelps, barely hits the Banny Bind. Alpha's on heavy. I like this poster positioning. Campy going to hit a big pipe on the Phelps, but he's going to get the trade kill from Alpha. But again, the frags are rolling into the way of Ascent, and a quick round 1 going in favor of Ascent. Really good post-Uber positioning, but Phelps dying to that pipe by Zayler, what kind of was just, wraps right there, but...
Yeah, I don't even think that pipe was meant for him. I think it was meant for the heavy. He just, get down, Mr. President, I'll eat that for you. But we have another mid fight here. Blue team's against, again, Psy is slightly faster than Campy. Gonna put a little bit more damage on him this time. It seems like they're shifting more to the left. So we're gonna have a little bit of a clash instead of ring around the rosy. They're putting Sam onto bot mode as he has to hide in his own cafe, but the red soldier's already starting to counter initiate while blue's in this corner.
I like
good
this
damage
positioning.
Onto the scouts. Both soldiers go in, are able to kill Bear. Even though red has dropped a lot of players, it looks like LGLg's gonna peace out, and they're gonna have Uberad despite losing the mid.
I love that positioning from my enemy list for the first half of that mid. They had such dominant positioning, but never moved off of it. They had it so good where their soldiers were bombing, and like Bear and Psy were kind of just chilling behind Tetris there. I don't know why they didn't just walk it up left side, past Cafe and walked past that soldier bomb. Maybe they could have lived, but after that little bit of positioning the soldiers made for them, they weren't able to kind of get anything done. But they do have Ad on the side of Ascent, so they're going to try and want to take this back here, but how are they going to turn this into a not leapfrog scenario? They want to try and kill Bear here, but it looks like they're holding on point. Ascent's going to start walking up through Valley here. You have Laz and high five making some space here. They're taking it a little bit slow, a little bit safe, which is fine. LGLgg is going to eat a pretty big arrow from 2 arrows, actually, from Bear, and that's actually going to snuff out the push here. But again, the soldiers from Mal are going to bleed a little bit earlier than they should have, because now they still can't get the force here. They went for a play that really didn't make much sense. I don't know what they were trying to go for there. They both died towards Cafe here. Yeah, Trip and Aim both died there, but I mean, now they just can't get the force into 2 here. And it looks like Trip caught out, maybe just barely gets out of the forward spawn. Slemnish going to walk over the stickies with Laz. They're going to walk right in, and they're going to find Phelps. I don't know what Mal's doing. They're now going to want to take the exchange here. Bear's probably going to be getting forced here. This is a terrible Uber from Bear. I don't agree with this at all.
They almost lose side too. So now red team has full eye because they didn't take any initiative with the Uber. They're going to have one soldier go in, but he's going to get immediately killed by Campy, which is a good job from him, and now Blue's just going to have to back up to last. It seems like their play that they tried to do on mid was just flip back onto him. They tried to do some sort of flanking play, and it left them unable to force him at mid, and then they got flank played themselves and left an opening for them to get forced. So now red team has full Uber out. They're posted up at top right, and it looks like they're about to pop through. Maybe not. They show themselves and decide to rotate a little bit over to the left, maybe? Maybe trying to fake it out. Seems like they're just waiting for team players at this point, but Blue's going to be able to get their gun set up if they wait a little bit too long. Seems like they're going with the classic lure again. They're going to pop through, see if they can get onto a soldier. He fucks up his jump a little bit. They are able to going to be able to get the gun and get good positioning.
The heavy from Alpha.
The heavy's flanking.
Not a single person looks at him. He has a great positioning in the post Uber out the left spawn where the entire combo from Ascent walked right past him. Bear is going to fall. Bear, Jared, I don't know if you noticed, Bear's been getting killed in all of these post Ubers.
I think Bear, at least on last, is of the mindset of, if they kill me, they're not killing one of my fragging classes that can hold the last. So I think he's doing a last-ditch effort to make sure his team can hold by not baiting. But the unfortunate thing is, it's going to be difficult to really steamroll if you play like that too much. So hopefully he's able to notice some moments in the future where he can actually bait and still live and not lose last. So that'll be up to him to adapt as the time goes on.
I mean, I feel like that heavy was just kind of like, you know, the nail in the coffin for that Ascent. As soon as Alpha got that kill onto Slim, or the high five rather, and then that kill on the low guy, that was pretty much it. I don't think there's anything your classes could do to like really mess that up. But again, what turned into what I thought it was going to be a full Uber ad for Mal is turning into an even Uber situation. Actually, 10 ad from low guy. If he can get that solemn vow on Bear, he can call this fight here. But looks like Mal just gonna, you know, hold their horses here, chill on 2. Good bomb here from Trip on the Slum. They're actually gonna get the kill. So Slum got a little bit too aggro. Phelps took the 1v1, and then Trip actually right in onto the head of bot mode. Not gonna get anything here. Gonna get cleaned up by high five.
Definitely did not want to do that jump. That was like a super bomb from another soldier's rocket that just left him not how he wanted to bomb in.
And already around the lighthouse, gonna do a fake bomb. Looks like for Laz here, not gonna be able to get in cleanly through Cafe. So bot mode's gonna just kind of fade out. Wasn't able to find anything. Aim holding down Cafe pretty reliably.
I feel like red is probably going to do some sort of flank. Oh no, actually they have a sniper this time, so they are going to do Valley stuff again. It's just going to be a sniper play instead. And we'll see if Slum is able to get his first shot in the scout, and he is.
Ascent
the scout
sniper.
had no idea. So
say his name and he'll come.
Yep, they got most of their team Valley here. One soldier at choke, nothing Cafe. They are pressuring the sniper, but they're making a little bit of space for him. We're maybe going to see an exchange here. They have Alpha really close, but Uber's not quite the box. They are able to get the Uber in a little bit deep, but the milk is going to put a good positioning, and Bear's gonna get caught out. Yeah. So red team post Uber positioning. There's a lot of players left alive on blue. The sniper's gonna die in Valley. Maybe 2 players in Valley on blue that red need to clean up. They are able to get one soldier left alive, 41 health, and he is gonna get taken down. A little bit of a collapse coming in a little bit late, and the soldier and the scout are also gonna die. I'm kind of confused on that blue collapse. Is a little bit disjointed. It seemed like they could have gotten something really good in Valley, but it would look like a 2v4 and then another 2v4.
The problem is that Trip had a really good idea to collapse on that Uber, but I don't know if he caught it. Slemnish actually headshot him when Trip landed on top of the fence and kind of snuffed out the collapsing play there. But really big pipes out from Zaylor onto Alpha. Aim's actually gonna get the kill onto high five there, but oh my god, Campy is not missing right now. He hit 3 big pipes. That's gonna kind of take off all the buffs from Mal, but not gonna be able to get anything off it. But I want to know if Law Guy's gonna take this Uber ad into them. They have around a 30 ad here. It looks like they want to. It looks like they're already getting in through. They've been loving this lower push. Can't be bombing it again. I love it. Taking it right across point into the throats of Mal. But again, the positioning isn't the greatest for Ascent right now. They are going to get a kill on the side guy, and they're going to find Bear. Never mind. They get all the kills in the post. But Anbu, AK Phelps is going to get a 3K. And Alpha going to find a kill onto high five in the back line. And Trippy Red, AK, #1 best roamer in the galaxy, going to kill Low Guy. So again, great Uber from Ascent there. Able to get 3 quick kills, but again, the post Uber from Phelps and Alpha really came online there.
Yeah, it seems like they're still going for the kill Bear strategy, and they're able to kill Bear successfully, yes, but there's still so many people left alive that kills their team as they're trying to get something good going for a post Uber positioning. They went from like left to right to left, and they're very weak and aren't able to succeed in their last push, so they're all the way back to mid now. It's pretty much even. It's like 10 ad. I mean, unless there's some sort of solid solemn vow play happening. This is probably just going to be a stalemate scenario, but actually Red's poking a little bit. You're seeing what looks free. They are able to get a good scout kill on the combo, and Trip's weak as well. Both soldiers actually are very weak on blue team. I don't know if Red knows this or not, but it seems like they do. Their soldiers are trying to make a little bit more space, see if Red can walk in. Scout is going to be able to die though, 2 rockets straight from aim, and that's going to probably be a reset back to mid for the red team.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I just want to see, you know, what Mal wants to do, if they're going to try and sack. I don't think they'll be able to do anything here. Alpha is just getting back from his little adventure, and it looks like High Five did just spawn as well. So kind of just going to be stalemate here. Nothing really crazy happening. No off class yet. A little bit of a scuffle in Cafe that bot mode's going to get the better of, and he's actually going to live, which is not good actually at all. I mean,
Ames overstaying his welcome. I think he thought that his team was closer up with him, but he just died outside of Cafe, so now they have a pick to try to go in. They are going to try to go for some sort of sack attempt, but Botmo's just going to die. We have a counter coming in from Trip. He is able to get campy and make both scouts extremely low. This is pretty good for blue team. They're trying to chase through Cafe, see if we can get any of these kills, but a little bit of a choke. You know, even though they have no demo, there's still a soldier that's able to put a little bit of damage on them, so it's definitely slowing things down and giving Red the respawners that they need to be able to hold this.
I don't know why they're taking so long to feel free to. I mean, the Uber is better. They have to get in right now. The Uber's so bad from Ascent. Please, Sai, I need you to hit the high ground right now. They need to get bot mode off the top of the perch right now. They are. Here comes the bomb in from bot mode, going to land right onto the head of aim, and Slum's going to have that kill, but Phelps going to find High Five as well. There's a terrible positioning on the side of Ascent. Can't be out of the fight right now. They're all standing by choke. Ascent or Mal just needs to walk forward a little bit more. Help Trip in the back line doing so much damage under the flank, but they're baiting. But big pipes from Zayler gonna pipe Bear and Alpha gonna find both these frags here. But Mal was just too slow. They just sat on their side of mid the entire time and wasn't able to do anything off of it.
Yeah, they were a little bit slower on their push there for sure, especially with the demo being dead. And another thing, I feel like there's like complete different focus fire coming out of blue team right now, at least when it comes to the sides of the map that people are on. I saw aim initiate on one half of the map and then a scout rush in for a kill on the complete other. So it seems like there's a little bit of focus fire issues, but you know, Red's peeking in a little bit, seeing they can get good damage here over on their own left side, chasing down Trip. Trip's really low, is able to get him to reset, but now both soldiers are double bombing in, see if they can get anything. Good damage on the side, nice air shot from bot mode. He is going to get really weak, but both soldiers are going to ultimately die from the red team, as blue is just all over the point. The Uber is going to come out, but Bear's at 99, he's going to be able to pop. He is going to be able to drop 1 player, 2 players. This is really unfortunate.
Oh, no.
It didn't seem like blue was prepared to take this Uber exchange at all. They didn't realize it was coming. And Trips is also going to die. It's only going to be 2 people left alive from the blue team, as Red is just going to start pouring in, and Bear's going to die, and Alpha's up in the air, and that's going to be it. Definitely giant misplay. Blue team unaware that an Uber exchange is about to come off. 3 players dropped, not even trying to be near where Bear is. Just going to lead to a complete wipe on last.
Bear could have flashed aim though, that was the thing, but
there was a wall. He was in the wall behind the point, blocked the sight line.
Unfortunate, but anyway, we're going to take this next mid here. You know, obviously, Sai's been having a pretty fast mid, but he's going to be taking a spam, but can be actually going to fall really early as well from the spam, from the pistol spam of Phelps, but Trip is going to fall instantly. Sai, bombing
counter initiation.
What is going on here? Low guy is he's just chilling by their forward spawn. Bear's going to die. This is such a chaotic mid from Sai. He's right in the choke here, but it's a 2v1 situation. Going to try and fight Sai here, but anyway, Phelps. I mean, they thrived in the chaos there. Sai literally bombed into choke. No one shot at Law Guy, but they killed 3 players in the whole process. Really good stuff from Sai there. Honestly, he actually disconnected a lot of players from Ascent, and then Happy Cool, quick little 5K actually from the man, the myth, the legend.
That's a successful mid-win, but they need to be careful about how greedy they're being. They jumped straight in and weren't even able to see bot mode coming through Cafe, and that's the big flank that did a lot of damage to them as they were all bunched up at choke. That was almost a disaster, but the important thing is for them is it is a mid win, and now they have a sniper trying to break this stalemate. He's peeking through Valley right now, see if he can get maybe a soldier standing on top. A bot mode fell off. I'm not sure if he saw it quite yet, but the sniper voice line thanking the medic is probably going to be a little bit of a key here, that the sniper is something that exists right now by the blue team. I'm not sure if they heard it or not. I feel like they should have, but either way, he hasn't taken a shot yet. He's rotating a little bit. The ball's kind of in blue team's court at this point. Once the sniper gets close enough, red team will try to do something. We have both soldiers posted up at choke against the wall, ready to high bomb. Double bombing now, but the sniper's not even close. It's a little bit of a bait, and the red soldiers are going to be able to die. Good pipes on aim, actually, is going to prevent the other soldier from dying. So, actually, it's not as bad as it was going to be for red team. They're able to save themselves a little bit. Only trade 1 for 1. The sniper still is up, so that's kind of a threat. You have 1 less player able to stuffed doorways, so maybe Alpha might want to see if he can go for some sort of like peek while there's people not able to stuff doors. He's still holding Valley, seeing what he can see. We have a soldier posted up, trying to reposition himself to be able to cover it. Alpha's fine with this though. He's not rotating around. He's not afraid. And there's pipes being thrown his way, but he is going to decide to rotate over to choke.
Yeah,
Kind of all hinged on Alpha right now.
Yeah, I mean, it is an 0-2 game right now for Ascent. I mean, Alpha needs to figure something out here. They're just wasting time at this point. I mean, I don't know why they're still afraid to sack a soldier here, in all honesty. They know you have a sniper, so that might, you know, encourage LGLgg to play in not the greatest spot possible, because you know exactly where he's going to be. But big double bomb. Oh my god. Oh, but Bear! What is he doing? He just got...
Was that a sink or what?
He synced, yeah. I mean...
Oh no.
I mean, I don't know how there wasn't any, like, area to dodge there. They were both in the skybox. I mean, even with Psy...
One immediately died from Psy. He had a trap there.
I know, that's what I'm shocked. It's like, they knew that they were gonna high bomb, but Psy killing the first bomber literally instantly. And Bear kind of just held S. He didn't, you know, attempt to kite forward or anything. Just was able to get synced. That's just, I don't know, man, that's unacceptable. But Trip not able to try. Yeah, Psy hit some good pipes, but Trip was able to, you know, not find anything, sadly. But I don't know, man. Another bomb in from AIM, and there it is. They're going to send in 3 people to get the force. But Bear again! He walked out of forwards with Alpha and got smoked.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. That's so unfortunate. Bomb mode was just in a position by forward spawn and kind of sneaked on and got a free kill there. I mean...
I guess he snuck through Valley while everyone was focused on everyone else trying to get through their own Valley.
During the chaos, yeah.
Yeah, Red team's gonna try to poke through here. They know that Bear's rolling out, that there's not really buffs on blue team at all, spare the scout that was escorting him, so they're gonna try to walk through here a little bit early. They have ad, but they're just going off of straight health and positioning here. They're trying to get good positioning over the plateau. Psy has not fallen off quite yet, so he has some height. He is gonna get bombed, dropped to 30 HP, and Zayla's gonna be the one died instead. Psy doesn't die at all after getting so low. And the red team dry push is gonna get pretty much fail from a nice bomb from Trip. Ooh, that was a really nice pipe in the bomb mode. But another...
That's insane.
He's chasing the arrow. The arrow hit and another arrow. And another arrow. Just 3 arrows hit in a row on a bunch of different players. And
yeah, I mean...
It's going to be a 2v2 here.
Trip played that great. I mean, I know Psy wants to try and hold this, but Bear... Oh, hits a little bit of a surf. Is he caught? Oh my gosh, but he's not missing arrows on the enemies. Bear, great stuff. Side guy type beef in chat. But again, their Uber is going to come out here. Bear, AIM is going to get caught. Psy's going to get caught. Phelps going to find the 1v1 against Slim. A little bit of help from Alpha there, but high 5 deep into lobby here already. Alpha, what do you want to do here? You have full Uber ad. You have your soldiers spawning as well. Trip actually in deep right now. He's actually behind. Going to try and stop the point. Going to try and bomb LGLgg. Not going to find anything here. So, I mean, this is a really good grounds for Ascent to try and sack here. Mallar's still spawning 2 players right now. And it looks like Campy, you know, kind of spamming for free now, kind of just trying to hit some spam. Bot mode going to get killed here on the flank here by AIM and Alpha. So, I mean, it looks like Alpha and AIM are ready to take this. They want to try and get through Shutter here, it looks like. They know that there's no stickies here because Campy was already left side, so he shouldn't have any traps set up here. Good bomb from AIM on the Laz, going to, you know, snuff out his play here. Trip going to find the kill into the flank here. Again, Laz could potentially be caught here, but he's not going to get killed off by Alpha there. But again, they want to convert this into a push. I mean, it's a little slow. Yeah, you're right. But it looks like they're going to just hold this into a stalemate.
Okay. Yeah, they're able to get 2. That's the important thing. They're not able to be greedy about it and continue going on a mid in any capacity, but I'm sure they're happy with, you know, a stalemate situation on 2 rather than some backwards leapfrog where they have to try to go back to last to escape. Another Valley play with a sniper coming from Ascent. Seems like that's the popular thing for both these teams right now. They're pretty comfortable with. We have Psy being maybe the closest target that you shoot. They are going to be able to bomb him. Bot mode is not going to be able to do anything about securing a kill on that, but we have counter initiation. Counter initiation out of blue team is just going to lead to more deaths right now. We have both blue team and red team meeting at the Valley entrance, and they're just going to bomb in and try to do an Uber exchange. Bunch of red surrounding around, and it's actually going to be Psy that's dropped, so this post Uber is going to be not that great if you don't have a demo to be able to stuff things out, and Bear's going to eat a pipe. He's going to die.
Bear is just, he's catching spam, you know, he's dropping Psy. I don't know what was going on. I don't know how chaotic the comms were. Alpha's probably going to get killed off here shortly, but they're trying to collapse on the LGLgg here. He is in a pretty weird spot, but they're going to be happy with the bot mode pick here, I think. Phelps has a chance to live here. Oh, but Laz just smoked him. Bear, man, like, he only had 2 players in that Uber. I don't know how Sai's getting dropped there.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess he miscommunication or maybe got drilled or something.
Yeah.
And they're going to have aim die, too. That's a really late death. I know Campy's rolling out, but red team might have some incentive to push in here, and Trip might die, too. He's really weak. Only 100 health, going to jump out. Is going to be able to eat an arrow, but yeah, they're trying to make space through here. It's sticky off.
Oh, he got out! Oh. Wait, he's a beast!
Laz gets out. And meanwhile, red team's popping in. They're going to go in straight to them to the heavy, get a lot of positioning on the right side, and blue team's completely corralled. That's 2 deaths, 3 deaths immediately. But red team's dropping just the same amount of players. This could be kind of sketchy, but no one's able to block the point, though. Alpha was in spawn and Sai was in lower, so a little bit sketchy, but it still is going to end up working out for the red team. So that's a half. That's 3-0.
Wow, that was a pretty chaotic half. I mean, a lot of crazy plays coming out from Ascent. But I'm going to pull up the stats here. I don't know how long of a halftime we're going to have, but Ascent taking the first half 3-0. So good stuff from the boys in blue on Ascent. So we're going to check it out here, these stats. Obviously, Slemnish and High Five, kind of like as I said, this is a pretty important scout map, and Slemnish is taking it to the bank. 21-13, 323 DPM. High Five, 20-10, 276 DPM. And then Zayler to round it all off, 15-10, 312 DPM. So obviously the comp players from Ascent are really kind of just, bringing it home. Laz isn't doing too much in the combo. He's kind of playing like a second roamer, it looks like. Laz is kind of pretty much there in the stalemates and the post fights. Laz is pretty much just there to make sure when, things are going on in those chaotic fights, he's there to help Logeye at the very end. So that's what I respect about Laz. The soldiers here from Ascent aren't doing the most. I mean, they had a couple, big impactful plays. Bot mode had a, couple good picks, on the bear. I also think that, as did bot mode. But I mean, I think that Trip is having a lot of great plays. He's making a lot of space. I feel like AIM isn't doing much right now. 9-20, 213 DPM. I feel like there's more on the table for AIM to do to kind of get enabled. Phelps isn't really doing as much as High Five. I mean, a lot of this is class for class. I mean, the biggest one to me is the deaths from the medics. Bear to Logeye. 11-3. That's a big increase of deaths, man. Yeah. I mean, Bear's damage taken a minute at 141 compared to Logeye's 85. I mean, the heal outputs, I mean, not the biggest difference in the world, but it's really just that Logeye is surviving just way more, catching less spam, positioned better. A lot of these things are just kind of in the hands of I feel like Bear and AIM right now. I don't feel like those are the two that are playing, to their team's satisfaction, but anyway, Jarrett, 0-3 in the in favor of Ascent. I want you to take this next mid. I got my eyes on Slim. I want to see what he's going to be doing as the flank scout.
Yep, it's up to Mal here to be able to see if they can adapt to any of these mids. They've been winning a couple, but we have Zayler actually going faster than Sai this mid. Red Soldier going fast on spot mode on top of his own cafe. Seems like we're going to have a bit of a mirror mid, but Slem's getting kind of aggressive. It's not going to take too much. Oh, as I say that, I thought he was going to take not that much of it. Turns out he gets synced at the last second. Is going to be able to die. And another good bomb from Trip onto Campy, and that's going to be able to kill him. So red team have a player disadvantage here, and they're on the opposite team side.
Bear, though. Bear's super weak.
Yeah, we have Red Soldier trying to make space. Bear's a little bit weak, taking some spam, and we're going to have red continue to crumble despite the health on the blue team. A lot of red players, but they are going to be able to get arrowed up. I think that player disadvantage that red had at the beginning is going to set a good precedent for them being able to win this mid. But now we have 2 people behind. Medic with Laz having Uber. It seems like they're going to mostly ignore them. They're going to send in Trip to...
coming back in.
Yeah, that's true. Ascent is coming back in, see if they can try to get an Uber force. They do. Bear's really low. Meanwhile, Logeye himself is not going to be able to get forced by Trip. He's actually going to survive. He still has his Uber, but blue team's just kind of capping.
But, Alpha, no! That's
the collapse, though.
1v1 that you want to beef, man. So unfortunate from Mao. I mean, it's a pretty intense fight. They might get the better of it. Zayler versus Anbu, aka Phelps, going to fall to AIM, and AIM's going to win the fight. Ah, man, I mean...
Was that a drop, too? What happened to the red Uber? They didn't get forced by Trip at mid. Did I hear that drop right? Like, did he die to a trap? What happened?
No, I don't think Logeye dropped there. I could be wrong. I don't see anything in chat, the STV stats, saying that there was a dropped Uber. Huh. So, I mean, we could probably look back. We might be able to catch a replay if Dolphin's able to grab one of those. But Mao playing a little bit too greedy right now. They shouldn't be feeding both their soldiers right now, because now they have no spam for the doorway. Sai isn't in the best spot here to try and hold the door here. So Ascent's going to just kind of walk on in here, but instead Sai is going to find a kill, as is Phelps on his own here. This could be a big play here. The back half coming in from Phelps here. He's on last. I believe that was actually, yeah, Phelps. He is going to get cleaned up pretty quickly. And I think that Mao wants to kind of just run this in. They're going to try and walk it in top right, yeah. They're going to just kind of walk in. They have picks here. Campy's a little bit overextended, going to take a lot of damage. Trip's going to find Laz here. A lot of point play coming out from Alpha, and a big first round. Really good transitions coming in there. That was incredible. Yep. Great play from Mao. Incredible heads-up display from AIM that half, or that round rather. He played that so much better from that early Slemnish kill to the 2 frags in the post fight on the Zayler and that scout. But again, man, good plays from AIM coming out of this half. Jarrett, take us on this mid.
Okay, both teams arriving to mid. It seems like they're going to mirror again. They're kind of staying on their own side. We have some belt counter control coming out of the red team. It seems like they're getting good spam onto Sai. He's very low. Same with, actually, most of the blue team is going to be really low. We have a good bomb onto Bear from bot mode. Is able to get the medic. And it seems like most of blue team is too weak to be able to get any form of counter initiation. We have Phelps going in. He's going to die to Slemnish. We have the rest of the blue team coming in at the last second. They are able to get at Slem and Zayler, but with Sai being at red HP, that's going to be it. So it's a little bit of a nail biter, but red is going to technically win the mid. And they're going to have Uberad for pushing into second here. All they have to do is just wait for the team to arrive. But that does mean that blue is probably going to be able to set up in some capacity. They're peeking into 2 a little bit here. They're kind of alone, but they know that. We'll see if blue is wanting to peek at all, knowing how people aren't necessarily covering doors. We have AIM spamming a little bit. He is going to try to commit out. No, none of his team are really with him. Actually, we do have Trip bombing in, but he's just going to crater.
Big bomb from AIM. Oh, nice try.
Not going to quite work out this time. So both soldiers down for the blue team, and it's full disad. We have a gun and a sniper going up on last, so that's a saving grace. We'll see if the sniper's able to get any kills. He is able to body shot bot mode. That's going to stop him, and the Uber is going to get forced a little bit. They're coming in through the right side here. Gun's on the opposite side, but they're taking positioning here over on the opposite side where the heavy is. And they're getting on point.
Heavy. Oh, but Bear, Lad's gonna go for the bear pick. It's been long guy on the point. Oh, he's trying to give Phelps some head. It's not gonna happen. Phelps says, get off me.
Yeah, despite the soldier kills, it seems like the sniper and engineer were enough to be able to hold last. The sniper forced the Uber really early, and the gun was on the complete opposite side of the map, so it was really hard to get it killed instantly to be able to focus down on other things. So that's going to be able to keep blue alive in this round, and even though their medic dies, so did Law Guys. So we're back to another even Uber scenario. It doesn't seem like we have any off classes at this point. Neither team is also near each other's chokes, seeming like they want to do some sort of like dry push or anything like that. So it's going to be a pure stalemate waiting for Uber here, and then probably going to be watching the red soldiers try to make space and do some sort of bomb on the bear.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to play it off a 10 ad. I mean, it's real risky. I mean, I think they're just going to chill. You know, Mao got the round. They're only down 25 minutes left on the clock, so they definitely have the time necessary to convert here. So I don't want them to rush it. I want them to get into their own head. Let the Ubers even out here.
Yeah,
let them sack into you.
I think this ad was probably artificial anyway. I think it was just like someone wasn't healing, so it accidentally created 10 ad. So I think stalemating out is the right play. We do have the red team rotating into Valley. Again, another Valley play. It seems like it was just a distraction for a bot mode bomb though, but he's going to immediately die to a trap. We have Trip trying to counter immediately while people are still in Valley, followed up by AIM. Trip's going to die though. High five really weak. We have trying to support coming from the blue team.
So
they're committing way too much. Trying to support their players, but it's just going to end up turning into a force on blue because they don't want to drop their entire team. I'm not really sure why the entirety of blue team decided they wanted to go in to just save their one player trying to counter sack, but it's going to lead Bear to force his hand to save all of his players from dying, and it's going to have a blue team advantage push coming in through Cafe here. Seems like Sai's still in on the flank here. He's the only really thing that's still in. It seems like he's getting pushed a little bit and is going to die to Laz. We have one soldier behind in form of AIM. Zayler is going to die though to spam, and it seems like red team's going straight through dungeon. They're able to get Phelps and not even pop through Uber. So a lot of good picks. AIM's clean up from behind from rolling out bot mode, and with this many people dead, it should be a shoo-in to be able to milk into last right here. They're going in straight onto the point, haven't popped quite yet, getting a lot of good space. They do decide to pop once they're close enough. Good damage on the medic, he's gonna die. The soldier's really low, he has to jump away to spawn. Is actually not gonna go into the spawn door and is gonna, okay, now he's finally gonna be able to do it. Only 2 people left alive, but they can just get Sai under control, be able to get some cap time, prevent these last respawners. But the blue team, good air shot on a Trip. And with just one alive, 50 health.
Oh, he almost had it.
That's gonna be it. That was a little bit sketchy.
Yeah, I don't know what Mao was trying to do there, man. They kind of just walked Valley and blew up. Sai
It
was
was one after one,
man.
like, oh, don't worry, I'll save you from dying in the counter sack, and then it just ended up kind of being everyone, and Bear had to save all his players. Seemed like a little bit of a communication issue, but we do have another mid, both demos arriving somewhat at the same time. Another fast
I
soldier
mean, yeah, I
rollout
want
from
to
bot
watch.
mode.
I actually kind of want to watch high five on this mid. I want to see what Kyle himself's going to do. He's going to play on the right-hand side of this mid here. Both the soldiers from Mal are going to take the same type of positioning on the right-hand side here. I want to see what Chip's going to be doing. Going to bombing on the Tetris, going to get instantly snuffed out. High five, going to be in position with his medic. This is just a pretty, oh my god, Campy just smoked Phelps there. And then Bear going to get bombed by bot mode, and bot mode's going to catch an arrow. Sai, all by his lonesome, and then a team ace, actually. Everyone from Ascent going to live. I mean, Aim and Trip were just disconnected there, man. One went Tetris, one went...
I think Aim immediately
Cafe.
bombed the bell tower for space and caught a pipe that immediately killed him and brought Mal at a player disadvantage for the entire mid. So this is full ad. They're going to last right now. It seems like they're trying to poke in a little bit. The sniper is going to body shot and force Uber early. Chasing across, no gun though, so they are able to get a good bomb, and Sai's going to die. Bear's going to also die. They're taking over this right half now. Aim really low. There's only 2 people left alive on the blue team. And only 1 death is going to be able to come to red team as they're able to take this first map. 5-1 going to Ascent.
Yeah, Ascent played that textbook in that second half. They had a good round. Aim, I think, played really, really good in that second half, but just wasn't able to close it out. I mean, I know that if Pren was in the server, they definitely would have had an engineer on last there with a level 3 and a rescue ranger all ready to go. But unfortunately, you know, opting for the sniper to get the Uber out, not playing for the post. But again, Ascent, you know, proving historically that they can beat any team in this division very convincingly. And again, I want to look at the stats here for this next half. Thank you, Time Man Dolphin. Got him pulled up. Aim pulled up in the second half. A little bit more damage, a little bit more frag. Definitely had a little bit more of a presence. I mean, Alpha, not the greatest half, but I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to come down to individual stats. I just think that Ascent played their post Ubers better. Their positioning was better. I mean, as you saw from Sai, you know, we watched that whole Valley interaction happen. It was just unfortunate. You know?
It doesn't seem like Mal has good enough communication to be like figure out what is going to be happening in a lot of these scenarios. So like Bear is like either not able to save people, and it ends up like dropping players, and like we saw in the very beginning how like they would Uber and somehow 3 players would get dropped, but they know it's like even Ubers and exchange is about to happen yet. None of these players are able to be saved. And then we have other scenarios where like people are running in and it's just too many people and Bear has to pop.
I don't know if that's the case though, because if Bear, you know, from what here, quote me if I'm wrong, like from what you're saying, it seems like to me that, you know, Bear, it seems like you're telling me there's no one around Bear, right? Like in the right time, but both Sai and Alpha have less deaths than Bear. Bear's at 17. That's a lot of death. That's more than... That's true. That's almost as much as Slemnish playing Flank Scout, and like almost as much as Laz. Actually less deaths than Laz, which is unheard of. Unheard of. Like Alpha, I feel like is in the right spot. I just feel like, I don't know if it's a calm disconnect, but I don't think it's... I don't think it's I think it's more on Bear, man. I mean, I feel like that this combo is playing really disconnected, and I don't know if it's Alpha's fault or if it's a communication error, if it's a positioning error, but there's a lot of things just going wrong. 17 deaths in this caliber of invite is versus Law Guys 5.
Oh no, yeah, that's a big thing.
No,
I just think
that shouldn't be allowed.
I think it's less. Like, that is definitely, like, a part of the
factor. Oh, I saw the drop.
And why. Yeah, the drop was, that we missed earlier. Yeah, he was hiding in Valley.
Sitting in a corner.
But,
that was really funny.
I think, obviously, everyone on Mal could be playing a little bit better, but I feel like the reason why Bear, it's as high as it is because the way the Ubers are being handled. Like, I feel like in even Uber scenario, I feel like in these even Uber scenarios, I eventually see a point where, like, they should just be saying screw it and run forward so they can be deep with their Uber. But they just sit back and get forced.
But yeah, but like the thing is, it's the same thing on Ascent though. Law Guy's also playing super aggressive. You know, he's also playing, you know, ready to die with high five. I mean, I was watching a lot of things like on these last fights, where Bear knows, like, they have like a 1 to 2 player ad, and Bear's just super far up and then gets 2 rocketed by last. It happened like 2 or 3 times on his own last. And like those situations that he's getting killed in are those Ubers where you can go from 2 to mid and you can get mid off of it. Like there's so many more things you can do. Like I get it, you don't want, you want to be up with your team healing them, but if you have player ad, if it's a 5v3 and you're alive and Law Guy's alive with maybe like high 5 and Campy, you should put that in your team's hands to win that for like at least 3 seconds. Wait for the soldier to get snuffed out. Wait for these players to get snuffed out instead of just, committing, in the same spot as them, because in a chaotic fight, the last fight, there's too many things going on and players coming in from so many different doors that you're going to get picked, especially if they know, oh, we're not going to win this last fight, but I'm already committed. I might as well just try and sell out for the medic. It's the same thing, but I don't know. I feel like
one thing to remember is to remember that he was dying in all the last pushes, but it was leading to Ascent failing the last push because they focused the medic so hard they weren't able to get any of the fraggers.
Yeah, there are some deaths that were unavoidable, don't get me wrong, but there's definitely a select handful that, if you watch his VOD back, there are some avoidable things that could have happened. I don't know if it's positioning or communication, but Mal has to, bring their A game, because it looked like they were playing a little bit off that game. I don't know if it's a main calling thing or, if people just weren't playing that hot, but Process is a map that, everyone can play hot on. But Jay, you can go over your little predictions. Just keep me in. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, Okay. This little halftime here.
Well, the good news about us going from Sunshine to Process, like I noted previously, was, these maps aren't too dissimilar. If you compare any 2 maps that are currently being played in the pool, you could argue that Sunshine and Process are the 2 most similar to each other. So it's not the hardest thing in the world to be able to take what you just learned from Sunshine and be able to apply it into some other map when you're just talking about these 2. So I guess it's kind of on Mal to adapt at this point. They got the 1 round. They've won a couple of the mids, not all of them. It's not completely bleak. So if they are able to recognize any patterns that Mal was doing in terms of like managing Ubers or the way they sacked or anything like that, or what they were doing themselves that needs to be different into maybe either post Ubers or the way that they were trying to break the sacks themselves or anything like that they can try to use the knowledge that they just gained to adjust how they're playing to be able to start beating Ascent. Now's the time to do it, and they can definitely try to apply it and see if it'll give them any more fruitful results. Because Process, a little bit of a big map, just like Sunshine, kind of plays in the same way where it's not very soldier heavy, it's more scout and demo heavy. There's a pretty big skybox in both of them, allowing for really big high bombs during post tubers. There's only some small differences in terms of the way that the chokes are kind of shaped, but they're in relatively the same place when it comes to flanking plays and back caps and things like that. So overall, to summarize it, it's mostly just up to Mal to adapt to what they've learned so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think a good first step for Mal is to just make sure Bear can live in these posts. Like, be more aware that, your medic could be getting killed off more in some situations. I feel like Alpha could be, guided a little bit towards more Bear's directions, because I feel like Bear had some avoidable deaths, and I feel like that'd be a good start, just, taking off, 5 or 6 of those, medic deaths. But anyway, map 2 of Mal versus Ascent. So, I mean, I want to see what Sai does. Sai has a really interesting process mid that I like to watch. So, he's gonna, hit his rollout, pretty standard, hit the surf and all. I'm gonna start tagging top right. Not gonna grab both demos aren't gonna grab the pack here. But we're gonna take an early presence on the right hand side of the map here. Not a lot of aggression coming up from either team. Looks like Slemnish actually already up top, as is Phelps. Trip here, a little bit weak here. He's gonna probably need to get an hour here. He's gonna bomb onto Slem, do a bunch of damage. Not get much done though, just because he can't commit with 13 health, and he's gonna die to Slemnish here because he wasn't able to get an arrow in time. Bear's gonna die. They were just a little bit more disconnected this mid so far. Phelps is gonna find a kill. Sai Guy gonna find a kill of his own. They have to try and figure out how to get this Law Guy kill. It is all up to Sai Guy. He's gonna get out IT.
It's a good choice.
Yeah, it's a good, try to set up some traps here. But Zaylor not gonna let my man get away for free and gonna catch him off, and then with the taunt, not letting him escape.
That's going to be a really late demo death. They might be able to use that to push into mid, or not push into mid, push into last, or maybe even just spam the gun if they don't want to be too ambitious here. It doesn't seem like they're doing any form of peeking quite yet, so that death is gonna end up being meaningless. Just add 1 to his stats. But it's gonna be full out for the blue team as they're trying to work their way into lobby. Trip sitting by 5, putting good damage onto high 5. It seems like they're gonna maybe bust through 4 here. It seems like they're waiting, getting ready. Trip's still there applying damage. They're finally gonna pop through. Cam's gonna bomb in, immediately get the gun, and they're gonna be rotating a little bit towards the point side, trying to get good pressure. Good damage on aim as he's trying to counter initiate. And Heavy coming out of the red spawn is able to help get Laz. And red demo dead though, even though there's no soldiers on blue. But it does seem like the fact that they're down so many players is going to lead blue to escape, and actually they're going to lose too as they're trying to escape out IT. So I don't know. It seemed like after they're able to get the gun, they couldn't decide if they wanted to stack on top of the pointer or try to go across and get any kills, and they're actually going to end up getting neither, and it's going to be a failed last push. So red team full advantage, 2 down, not quite there, and this should be relatively free Sandblast.
Yeah, I mean, you already have aim trying to make some space here, and Trip's going to help out his boy here. Gonna do some damage to high 5. Bot mode might be kill here as a Slemnish, but again, Campy from the heavens, just rewarding his team kills that they don't deserve. Just spamming pipes and Phelps catching every single one of them. But you know, they did take it. In all honesty, they got it. They lost a man in forward, but bot mode walking in for free. They're actually gonna Uber inside. I hate every second of this Uber coming out from Mal. Bear. Oh, they actually let him out. He surfs. The sticky placement from Zayler was like 2 pixels off. Inside guy, disgusting pipes. Oh my god, he's not letting him in. He's actually not missing. This is big. They need to stop baiting Sai as we speak. Trip, please get in there. #1 roamer has to bomb in and make some big space right now. Sai in the books, just read him like a book, man. Oh my god, that was disgusting. Hit 2 big pipes, man, onto Slem and bomb mode.
Yeah, definitely saved them. That Uber was not very good. They thought they had more ad than they did, and that was almost really bad as they escaped through choke, but you know, the nice surf from Bear and the pipes from Sai is going to be the saving grace. So they are going to have 10 disad, which is probably not used, but the good news is for them is they're able to take 2 here, moving into lobby a little bit, see if they can get the scout and Slumnish by 5. He is going to be able to escape though, so gonna be a little bit of a stalemate here. We're gonna have to see how red wants to try to break this. They're trying to do a little bit of spotting right now in lobby, seeing where the holes are in the red defense, seeing where they should send their players through. I don't know if it's gonna be a 1-man or a 2-man or what, but Trip's gonna get shot in the back. He is gonna be able to go through though and not be able to get on the medic. The medic's gonna surf all the way to spawn in Log Eye, so 2 dead. Not gonna work out. Gonna have a counter sack coming in from Laz, but it's also gonna immediately get stuffed by aim, so doesn't seem like too much is happening right now. It seems like they're just okay with the 1 sack. And we're going to have to see. We do have a sniper coming up on Phelps, so they're going to go for this slower pace sniper play. We have to wait for him to roll out. They are checking right now with bot mode. He's sitting in spawn as spy, just seeing if there's an enemy sniper. He did check it. And Phelps does have items on right now, so they do know the sniper exists. He's not stocked, so when they checked on spy, they saw his items and everything. So they're kind of expecting some sort of sniper play happening. They probably figure it's in lobby, so they have a counter sniper of their own. They're close up to the wall and they're ready for red team to try to take lobby. Well,
I was about to hype up the Phelps sniper because I knew he used to be top gold Highlander sniper. I always like making that little joke because he thinks it's stupid, but he just got 2 pipes real quick. But Zayler gonna start peeking lower lobby here, trying to hit some spam onto Bear. Bear actually is gonna take some damage. Oh my god, Bear, please just get the pack sewer. 56 health, gonna catch a rocket from bot mode. Gonna catch a quick couple rollers from Zayler. But you know, he's gonna make it out alive, thank god. Phelps still on the sniper class, 1v1ing Slumnish here. Both incredible snipers. Ascent sniper, say his name and he'll come. Versus Sawasha Boomer on sniper. Boom! Oh. But he's still got that reaction time, baby. He's gonna double scope him. Let's see what he's gonna be doing next here. Gonna hit a nice body shot on the bot mode. That's -150. Slumnish gonna clap back and hit that headshot right back on the Phelps here. 2 super aggro snipers, yeah. Oh, but Alpha here gonna get caught overextending. Slumnish gonna take him down here. That's gonna make Mal retreat out of lobby here. I don't think Phelps should be taking an aggressive angle right now because I feel like Slumnish is. Oh, never mind. Bot mode gonna walk right into the head of Slumnish, or I'm sorry, right into the scope of Phelps. As is Slumnish gonna take the 1v1 as Phelps was unbuffed. He's gonna get taken down. So
Bomb
You have the
commando,
sack
no
coming in
scouts.
from bot mode again, but Bear
Oh.
gonna drop. He's in a sight line still, but Picks going in favor of Mal here. Gonna find 2 kills and aim. Oh! He's gonna
The
find
melee
Crab
kill.
by 5 to death. That's insanity. Aim does not deserve to live here, man. Alpha actually. Oh.
Size is kind of peeking in.
This is
They
no,
do-
no. This is timing. Look at this. They're all gonna die here. They're all dead. Doesn't matter.
Yep, but
Doesn't
the
matter.
spy.
None of this matters.
Yep,
Yep. This
the
is
spy.
Yup. Where's
Speed
Alpha?
and all back cap.
Where could he be?
Question is, was that a little bit too obvious? Are they
Oh,
paranoid?
absolutely.
Are they paranoid at all? It doesn't seem like it.
No,
They're just
they're not
going
at all.
for it. Oh, that was normal Mal play. We'll just go for it. Oh,
Oh!
but the timing though
Jay, both
wasn't
at
quite
last.
through lobby yet, so able to turn back around right then, and that's gonna valiant effort. But now blue team has full Uberad, trying to go through IT, double scouting, popping straight through, trying to get on Trip. He is able to jump away. The scatter gun's gonna help him surf out a little bit, and that's gonna be no kills with a Uber. They get some positioning and they're able to get on the point. They have bot mode posted up on top of the sewer in case the red team tries to reinitiate, but it doesn't seem like they're going for that, especially because Alpha had just respawned and was kind of not in position to bust through a doorway. So now the coin's been flipped. Ball's back in red team's court. They have a decent 50 ad, trying to pick whatever door they want to. It seems like it's going to be IT this time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I want to see what Laz, you know. I wish Laz would jump more. I know he's on pocket, but here comes the Uber. Side guy, going deep. Good Noodle, aka Laz. Trying to find his 3rd good Noodle star of this match.
Back cap though.
Yep, that is going to happen.
Oh.
They're all going to force, all going to retreat, but Bear.
Bear
What?
died to a trap that was lingering and was never det on mid, and okay. It just wasn't checked, I guess.
I don't even know. I'm looking to try and find where the
I think it's
medigun
on
is.
their pack. Their pack.
Ooh, it is. He just blew up. That's pretty funny. Unfortunate. That's just bad luck.
We have secured the control point.
So,
And he's just gonna die again.
Control point is being captured.
unfortunate. Gonna die to the random trap on mid. Then gonna get spawn can. That's, you know, we'll take 2 deaths off. We'll shave those off. Those don't count.
No, that'll be a 1 round starting off this map nonetheless. We're going into another mid. We're gonna have to see how both teams position themselves in terms of if they're gonna mirror on their own packs this time or not. Both teams are arriving. Not too much damage into either of the demos. Maybe a little bit on the side, but he gets aired up. Good high ground positioning from the red team here. Seems like they're able to take control over the hype. Blue's baiting a little bit. Some counter jumps coming in, getting the
Trip.
red soldier and Trip really weak. But it seems blue team's okay with what's happening right now. They're kind of not really going in until red team has already decided to initiate. And the counter initiation from blue is very, very strong. They're able to keep most of their team alive. Both their soldiers are red health, but they're able to get healed up a little bit. And Slem's chasing. He wants this kill in alpha. He's not going to be able to get it. He's going to escape through IT at 21 HP.
Laz
And
is so good.
it seems like the strat here for blue team is just wait for Mal to walk in and then farm the people that are jumping in. It seems like it's working. So that's going to be a free mid and second point as we're at even Ubers. Neither medic died. Mal just kind of backed up once they started losing their players. And it seems like they're doing some sort of like, I guess it's not really, they're kind of forward holding. So
I mean,
we're going to have red team immediately get tested by Slem. He's going to run in. 2 man is a little bit late. Bot mode's coming in very delayed. 1 surf from Bear is going to be able to be enough to be able to make sure that he's able to hold on to his Uber, and the gun is finally coming up. But
I was worried for Bear for a second.
doesn't
I
seem
thought
like
he
they're
was
going to
gonna
commit
get
to.
air shot.
It seems like they are going to be committing here actually. Never mind the gun. It seems like it's going to be an exchange on Sai. He's able to drop Campy. A bunch of stickies on the floor. I guess Log Eye didn't see and was able to flash him, but Sai's post-super positioning is going to make him melt. So neither team has a demo right now. A bunch of blue team players sitting in grass on low ground. They are able to get Alpha though. He's a little bit too far extended, and now blue team, despite having low ground, has a player disadvantage. They're able to jump onto aim and able to trade out for him. Trip gonna be really low, unable to escape through rollout, and that initial start was really good, but they just started to bleed. They had high ground, and now blue team has enough players to be able to walk straight into point. We have the blue soldier sitting on top of the point, counter initiate, jumping, getting space for his team to walk in. Good damage on the side. They are able to trade for him, but we're gonna have red players spawning in 1 second, so I don't know if blue wants to stay here too long when they have 2 red players. Seems like they're wanting to commit a little bit, but it seems like
It's just that the health is
Scout's
so
just gonna
bad from
die.
blue. The health is
Yeah.
actually just horrible from bot mode and Zayla. They kind of just sat rollout and spectate, you know, looking at their boys, trying to, oh my god, Bear, please no. Gonna catch a pipe from around the wall. Slemnish versus Trip. Great trade. I like that. I like that from Trip. Gonna get that trade on the Slemnish. They're not gonna be able to push out a lash though, but pretty much an even Uber situation here. Still a 1-0 game. Just hitting around the 10-minute mark in a couple seconds here. I mean,
Sniper on red team.
ooh, and boo, the Phelps sniper.
Hasn't taken a shot yet, I don't think. I don't think they know he exists quite yet. Although they have a sniper of their own rolling out, so whether or not they realize this is going to be kind of interesting. I don't think either team realizes that it's about to be a sniper duel right now, so we'll see who's able to get the jump.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple headshots exchanged from each other. High Five is going to find the better of Trip. Now this is going to get a little bit of... Oh,
There's the first sniper kill.
I don't know.
Rollout.
I don't know what Aim is doing, man. He was just caught lacking, just literally crouching behind a wall, and his little tone was sticking out.
Good pressure from blue team, but it seems a little slow. Botmo's just gonna die as he's trying to make space and getting a nest and waiting for an arrow. So we also have Campy getting really low by 5. I didn't even realize that. So it seemed like blue team had some picks, but they were slightly too slow in trying to get anything good from it. Probably too afraid of the sniper. They didn't want to Uber in straight in off of him existing and have just a bad exchange, but the people trying to make space weren't able to get anything themselves, so we're just back to a stalemate despite the kills. Sentry gun up this time as well, in a good position to be able to deny anyone trying to sack in. We have a soldier coming in trying to get good damage onto Aim. He's going to escape through 1, and that's bot mode. So now they're going to put more pressure out on 1 and 2. Actually, they're not putting too much pressure. The sniper's peeking kind of deep. They're going to have to rotate Aim over, see if he can spam, but he needs to make sure he doesn't die in turn from the counter soldier spam coming from 2. We have red team kind of playing a little bit passive. Mal's letting the sniper get really deep. It's only a matter of time before someone tries to bust through. Botmo tries to jump in and is not able to get through. Denied by the gun, and Slim's going to take some damage, so they have to back up and arrow him up. Body shot a little bit. Now we have a red counter sniping coming up to play around with red team playing passive. So the battle in 1 right now is blue team's actually going to try to rotate a little bit. We have Slim deciding he wants to go for a different angle. He's in lobby alone right now, but I don't think they know he exists quite yet. Might be able to kill Aim here if he's able to hit a shot. Body shot dropped to 50 HP. We have Trip trying to pressure 5 onto a scout. He's dropped really low, 7 HP, gonna be able to resup. Both soldiers able to spam with the gun while this is happening though in 1. So that's no gun if blue team wants to be really aggressive right now and try to get some sort of 2-man while the gun is rebuilding. It doesn't seem like they want to do that though. Oh, actually, 1 soldier peeking. He's peeking a rollout but not really initiating. He's only through after he gets jumped on, and now he's just a nest at 50 HP. So Bottom's probably going to die soon, I would imagine. I don't think he's going to be able to get an arrow.
Trip's behind. Sneak bomb from Trip, going to get through lobby completely uncontested and going to get a big force onto the team of Ascent there. Great play from Trip there to realize it was all completely free to walk from lobby to 1. So
yeah, they're pretty stacked. No one's really watching the flank, so that'll be a free force. I didn't even notice that. I was watching bot mode. We have traps up at 1. Red team's trying to go through it. They just pop immediately, try to send themselves through the sky. Try to put damage onto their choke, but everyone's too far away in the form of blue team. They're trying to chase sewer a little bit, but they're going to chase and turn. A lot of good damage coming out from initiation from Laz onto the choke is able to kill Aim. We have bot mode spamming at people on the point from IT as blue is able to use that distraction to be able to walk through. They have their sniper and choke, and they're trying to take grass right now. They are able to lose bot mode though, so they have no more soldiers to make space for them, and they're actually getting flanked right now from Phelps. He's trying to get onto the medic. The sniper dies and choke. He's getting spammed, and Phelps is making enough space, able to make space for his team to come through choke and able to kill Campy. LGLgg is going to be able to surf out, so he's going to be able to stay alive, but the high 5 is going to get left behind. So that's a really good play back and forth, trying to make space and get kills from Mal right now, despite, you know, sniper can be a thorn in their side. They have some space making coming from Aim a little bit early. A good sink right now from bot mode though. Just straight up high in the sky.
Yeah,
Aim wasn't able to see it at all. Straight into the choke, and Bear's gonna immediately die. LGLgg has Uber, he's only at 70 HP though, so if red team's able to find a way to get onto them, they can maybe force them. It's 3v3 right now.
He wants more. Saigai wants blood, because Phelps is actually onto LGLgg, gonna get the force here. I mean, not to take credit or anything that bot mode did, you know. Bot mode, kind of a gaming god, you know, got the sync on the Bear, you know, Quake Champions god, Diabolical god, he's got it all. Oh, he didn't even shoot him, he just let it all happen.
Oh man. I guess just accepting your death for the faster respawn timer, huh?
Poor Sai, man, didn't even shoot one pipe, he just got hammered, literally. I wish I had that. I don't even know how to get that melee. I want it.
Seems like blue team's gonna be making some space right now, trying to get good damage onto the team bot mode, trying to make space in 1. Is gonna die, only damage, no kills. Aim's just gonna get arrowed up. And this initiation seems a little bit sloppy. They've tried to get some space in for their team, but it's gonna actually lead to 2 flanking kills. They tried to push off the fact that 2 players were dead early on, but they got their forwards and they were ready to fight.
Aim's already in, yeah, Aim's actually already in. making big space for his team. A lot of, ooh, gonna get air piped.
Point is being captured.
Almost getting killed by oh, but
The
Zayla
trap.
again, the trap. Finding both the scout
same
and the soldier.
location.
Really,
That's the one
it's
that
just
killed Bear.
unfortunate. Yeah, it is the one on their pack. And now that's just gonna spark all the aggression. Laz, I mean, Trip's gonna get knocked down to number 2 at this point, you know,
This
getting
should be
killed by
a force.
traps like that. But yeah, I mean, Bear is criminally caught. Oh yeah, it's over. Bear got piped. Laz landed raw. They want to take the exchange here. Sai hit a big pipe on the bot mode, and he's actually gonna hit the next one. Oh my God, Sai is, and Phelps are making this happen for his team. Zayler caught him. They're gonna get the first. They could refight here. Never mind, Phelps is actually gonna get taken out here. But Sai, oh my God, playing it big for his team, hitting a fat air pipe and then killing bot mode after he landed towards IT there. That was an insane shot, holding it down for the boys.
A little bit of feeding happening though. Alpha's able to get 2 kills from people that are going into last early as their team's still capping, so now they don't have enough players to really be able to sustain 2. Bombo's trying to make some space. They are able to kill AIM. The turnaround is going to leave Bear alone. They're trying to go for the air shot, but Laz is going to get shot down. Only 3 people left alive, and they have to back up straight to mid.
This is a much cleaner hack from Ascent here, or from Mal rather. They're playing so much better here, and I'm really excited to see how it's only a 1-0 game. You know, we're still 12 and a half minutes into this game here, and I'm really happy to see that Mal is putting up more of a fight here. You know, I want to see a little bit more of still protect the president game. They are, and you know, they have been doing a great job with Bear. You know, keeping him alive more. He's dying less on last fights. He's dying less on post-tubers, and that's, you know, really good that Mal is kind of bringing that to the A game right now. And I'm really happy that's kind of what they adapted from last game. But anyway, AIM here, Ambu, aka Phelps, gonna win the 1v1 versus Slem. Gonna get cleaned up by bot mode, so that's pretty much it. AIM gonna bomb into choke here onto the head of Campy. Big damage, not gonna find it, but Campy gonna get launched in from that rocket. Trip gonna fall to bot mode, and it's a 3.
One behind though.
Yeah, I know bot mode's gonna go behind, and this is a good time to exchange here, but bot mode Bear unaware of the blue team walking forward, walking at his face. They're gonna get forced first. So Alpha here on the point. It looks like they want to stay in here. They're all looking at Alpha. Now's the chance where they have to. They're leaving Alpha out to dry here. Big pipes out from side, and Phelps gonna find a kill zone on the bot mode, and it's all up to High Five and Slemnish here to try to win this fight. And I don't think they're gonna be able to do it. Slemnish gonna fall off in the lobby here to try and get behind to buy High Five some time to live here. High Five is gonna make it out of choke here, just barely. And Slemnish coming back in from the back line, and he's actually going to choose to opt to leave. Really great play from the scouts from Ascent there. That could have been a terrible play there, but they both managed to get out just on time. Slem picking up the pack lobby, leaving IT's. High Five drawing a bunch of eyes for him to get out there. So great play from the scout pair on Ascent. But big bomb here from bot mode, going to land on the Bear. Not going to get any damage on Bear. Going to walk onto some rollers, though. He's only around 20 health. Ascent has all the positioning in the world right now. They're taking this dominantly right now. But again, Bear has 25 out here. Big bomb from Laz, going to land up by IT here. Slemnish trying to follow up with his boy. Phelps going to take the 1v1 here. Going to get turning into a 2v1. Going to lose to the 2v1. But Laz and Slemnish both incredibly weak here. RGLgg just going to get over here. Big pipe out from there from Zayler. Going to hit the combo of Red. Again, piping side here. And he's not phased by it. Again, big bomb there from Trip. Going to win that 1v1 against Laz. Onto RGLgg. Not going to connect the jump there. Slemnish having to choose to live here. Ooh, going to take big rockets there from the soldiers. And a really intense fight there, man. That was insane how, you know, Phelps kind of chose the wrong fight there. Ascent going to capitalize in that 2v1 there. And they're still not able to capitalize it, man. That's
Ascent
crazy.
had disad too, and they're able to hold it. Good trap coming out from Campy right now, trying to prevent Trip from going in. Trip's not going to quite die. He's going to be able to get arrowed up and live. So no counter sack coming out of the red team off of the late death of the blue soldier. So we're back to a stalemate scenario. We were won a little bit, I guess, in terms of the Ubers, but there's still a giant fight going on, and it seems like blue team wants to maybe do some IT shenanigans. They've rotated their heals in here. Everyone's kind of on the outside of it, but it's kind of obvious at this point. I don't know if they're still going to commit. It seems like they're all just clumped up, ready to go either direction. Maybe they're talking about how they want to actually break the hold. You know, they can take as much time as they really need to because they're probably in the driver's seat for this match. Seems like they're rotating to sewer instead. They're going to peek out Al-Qaeda a little bit, see if they can make a little bit of space. I'm not really sure if it's going to be that sort of that's bombing in or if it's going to be a flank play, and it is going to be a flank play. Slem's going to try to go through upper IT, but Trip's there. It's going to end up being a 1v1, and it seems like Trip is going to win that one, able to get the pack. So it's actually a two-man. So That's going to be 2 people down for blue team. Red team's going to try to walk through. They pop in because the demo's kind of forward. They're able to get good damage on him, and he's going to pop in return. They're chasing back choke as red team's trying to escape. Doesn't seem like the blue team has their control over ITs, though. They're going to have a soldier bust through and try to make spaces. Red team is trying to collapse with the choke and get good kills. They're able to kill 2 and only... actually, as I say that...
Man.
Yeah, they keep trading for 1 player advantage, so they have to be careful here, though, because they only have 1 player advantage. If they go a little bit too far, then red team will be able to counter-initiate, and then blue team's not too afraid. They know they get the respawners in 2 seconds. If red team overstays their welcome right now, they could take a 6v4 right now, and that's why they're posted so close to the choke. They know that the rest of red team is so far away.
Phelps is a blessing on Mal, man. He got cleaned up every frag, was in the right place at the right time for all 3 of those kills. I'm pretty much just going to secure it, and actually almost killed Slumnish and choked there. He landed 2 nice shots, put Slumnish around 40 health, but no one was in position there. And now again, this is a really good opportunity for Mal here. 8 minutes on the clock, still a 1-0 game. This is a really good match so far, and I'm really happy to see that Mal has had a huge turnaround in performance, not just individually, but as a team. They're really alive. This is the peak Mal that I was looking to see here, taking it close to the Ascent. Laz here, both the soldiers from Ascent are kind of just high bombing. Trip gonna land in right onto the head of RGLgg. Gonna hit him with a nice rocket, surf him away. Not gonna find anything else though. Gonna take his own life. But no one really has eyes on choke right now. Everyone kind of shifted towards IT there. Bot mode and sewer here. Gonna peek the door a little bit. Phelps ready to snuff that push here. Slumnish here has an opportunity. Oh, I was ready to run right at Sai there, but Sai was ready for it. The 1v1 from Alpha versus Slumnish, it's not going to turn into anything there, and it's just going to be another little stalemate as we wait for Trip to roll out, get his packs, get his 300 health buff, and do it all over again, because he's the #1 best roamer.
Yep, ball's back in red team's court. They tried to do a sack last time, and we're going to have to see what they try to do this time. It seems like it's going to be an IT play. They're creeping up towards upper IT as they jump into it, trying to get on bot mode. Immediately stuffed, though. They're getting a little bit of help from their own team, though, so Slem's going to die in turn, but we have really good damage coming out onto the rest of the red combo that doesn't really want to commit too badly, so it's going to be a 2v2 bot modes, or 2v2 in terms of death. Bot mode's staying in, though. He seems to be killed. The red team can gain, so they're actually going to stay and be able to collect him, as only 3 people left are alive on blue. They have height, though. They have height over the red team. They're able to put damage into lower IT, so it's up to AIM to try to make space, but he's immediately dropped to 16 HP. Good damage onto the red team, as blue's able to use their height advantage to spam onto them, and red team's gonna have to pop forward and try to see if they can get a good exchange going. They are able to counter. It seems like there's some flanking things happening in IT. Slem is able to die in lobby, and so is Laz. Trip with a huge flank in lobby, and he's still there. He's gonna try to fight bot mode right now, and he's gonna get the rest of his team coming in, and bot mode's probably gonna die through 4, and he is. So that's a really good play from Trip as the Uber exchange is going on to go through into IT and pretty much collect these 3 kills. So it's gonna pain reaction to a push through 5 right now with blue team have a playing here to sad,
my god.
Immediately as they try to initiate, they're dying. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now they're just getting chased through lower, trying to escape. Not gonna go through IT, gonna go through choke, but the soldiers on blue, are not ready to be able to go in. We just have high 5. They only just got their soldiers close to choke now, so Bear is going to be able to escape despite the fact that most of his team died. So, started out so good. The exchange was really nice. Trip made some really nice plays, but they bit off more than they can chew, trying to push into last initiation. Blundered a little bit, and now we are pretty much back in the exact same situation we were about 5 minutes ago. We have a stalemate on mid with red owning it. Ball's in their court to see what they can do to try to force RGLgg or get some kills.
Yeah, I mean, Ascent or a Mal really just rushed it. That was on a silver platter, man. It was a 5 versus 3, and Zaylor and High Five were just got 2 quick kills on the Trip, evening out that fight before it even happened. In all honesty, as they jumped into last, but Phelps gonna choose to run in behind, and never mind. Absolutely gonna get decimated by Slumnish there. He tried his best. Look who's on spy.
The force does happen though. Staggered bomb from Trip after Phelps had already gone in from lower, wasn't spotted. So the blue team is going to Uber. They're trying to go in off the 2 picks despite Ubering to see if they can try to get some sort of fourth. The red team is going to counter.
This is bad.
They're going straight on a high 5, but it seems like they maybe 1, 2 kills. Sai though. Sai, oh, he's standing still for an arrow. The spy's going to try to go in. He gets the stab.
He's still alive. Oh my god, he's the
just on top
criminal.
of the point. Yeah, well, either way, they did get 2 scouts though, so that leaves some room for the red soldiers to be able to make some space. And Campy's going to take an arrow, but it's not going to be enough, and he's actually going to die after overstaying his welcome. So
bot mode is taking. This is the problem with Spy right now. Bot mode is hustling.
Yeah, he got the demo, but past that, you know, he's got to go for some sort of play right now. He's trying to creep up on Trip as the red team is going to try to flood through 5 and get some position. And we have Trip trying to bomb in and go for a medic kill, but Ball's going to live with 20 HP and is going to be able to resup. So 1 down from the red team. They're going to start backing up. We have a scout that's still in. They didn't realize he was there, and
come on.
And Campy.
No, oh, they left him out to dry. No, they just
And Psy's on Pyro.
So much more. What?
Psy rolled out on Pyro, I guess. He traded. Unsure why that happened, but either way, they got enough kills as Blue was very greedy about trying to chase down the red player, so now they're just going to have to Uber exchange here, and they're not even able to force out Bear immediately. Maybe they can get 1 kill in form of aim, but he's going to be 4 HP and live, and Red's going to counter Uber trying to chase the blue players as they're trying to escape. High Five's going to get really low, is going to die. They're going to try to corner cap the point right now, but Botmo's trying to stand on it, is going to get blasted away. Phelps is going to die from trying to chase, but
oh my lord,
made
they got
enough
it.
space to be able to
I
cap.
was so worried for them. The side guy Pyro into taking that in, but we know, man, we'll take it. We'll take it. Side guy Pyro, beast. You know, that was all the side Pyro. But anyway, 1-1, 2.5 minutes left in the clock here. Both demos gonna get to mid on time, fashionably on time. Bot mode gonna get some early spam onto the combo here. Sai still a little bit unhealthy. Actually hasn't received his arrow yet. Still hasn't received his arrow. Still half health. Bear, this mid is over. Leave, retire. It's over. GG. Get out. Bear should not die here. Bears, I don't know, man.
The red soldiers immediately lost their team in the mid when they stood both of them in between Bear and Sai. So Bear could not arrow Sai. Thus, no heals were going on to the red players at all. In the mid at all. So that led to Phelps not getting his buff. He immediately dies and the crumble happens.
As soon as you miss 2 bows, as soon as 2 of those bows get missed on the demo, yo,
it's just
pack
over.
Your bag. Pack your bags.
The soldiers gotta alter how they're playing. It seems like they're trying to initiate some space here though.
Look at Phelps! Oh baby!
Bear's gonna die though.
The man himself, the man, the myth, and he's dead.
Oh no.
So he had the opportunity, and the Bear actually somehow still got killed. They just threw this all away. They had the lead on us. They had the chance to tie it for Ascent. They threw it all away, but Trip and Sai actually trying to hold it down on 2, trying to stop this as long as they can. Sai actually going to hit a nice big pipe. Poor Sai. Oh, missed the pipe on the slam.
Gonna buy 3 spawns, but blue team still has an Uber, so they're just gonna pop straight through in a second here probably to make sure the heavy dies. He does die. Red player's really low. Another kill onto aim, and that's gonna be a round. Yeah, that's a wash round. That round didn't. I mean, it did happen because they get the point, but that wasn't a real. That wasn't a real round.
Yeah,
there was no mid. There was no. There was no second. There was nothing.
But anyway, now I'll have a real mid. Both demos arriving. Now Sai's gonna try and grab the health pack because he's nervous of what happened last time. Zayler, a lot of damage. Gonna miss the pack. He is gonna grab it now though. And it looks like Ascent gonna do a very dominant right hand here. Botmo gonna fade out. Both the soldiers of Ascent took red team's choke here. Trip, very, very weak here. Gonna get an arrow. And Bear, oh, Bear, 5 HP. Gonna get chipped for 3 damage across the map here. But again, the frags are all in favor of Mal. 33 seconds on the clock here. They need to sit on the point. Phelps, stop chasing kills. Get on the point. So this is it. Campy's gonna bomb and stop the point. This round is over. Here he comes. Zayler actually gonna get insta-gibbed. I don't think it's possible still. I want to say it's not, but it still is. I want to say Ascent is too good of a team to mess this up terribly. Oh, Ascent sniper, baby. Here we go. 8 seconds on the clock. The gun is up. Alpha gonna get the half cap. 5 seconds left. They gotta get these soldiers on the point. They're all gonna stand on the... What? Oh my god, if it was ESCA. If it was ESCA, they would have had it. ESCA would have given that last like 1 second on 0. It would have been it. But RGL, we played the config, 0 on the money. Rounds over. It came down to literal seconds.
Wow. Well, they got a mid that time at the very least, so even though they weren't able to get the round, it shows that when they're actually able to have a mid, they can get something.
Fault.
They can get something good going for them. And like you said before, throughout this match, it seems like they're playing much better than they were when it comes to Sunshine. So it seems like they've learned a couple things on how they need to change up their play style. And I agree in your statements before that I like the way that Mal is trying to like alter their play.
Yeah, I mean it's a step in the right direction. Bear still 7 times as many deaths as Lolguy. 7 to Lolguy's 1. I don't know what's going on. Logai just is unkillable, man. This is his first invite playoffs match of his entire life, and he is absolutely having a ball, man. 59 DTM taken and 1 death. Like, that's insane, man. Like, in a game where it's 2-1 and it went to time in the first half, you would think that it's like, you know, both medics, you know, would have like maybe 3 or 4 or 5 deaths maybe, but 1 death. And it was probably something stupid too, man. But Bear playing better than he was on Sunshine. I think that this is mainly, you know, a team cohesion thing with Mal. I think that they kind of, you know, put their, you know, they're all sitting up in their gaming chairs. I know Sai has the booster seat. He has the recliner set to full back mode, getting the best posture. But I'm really liking to see that Mal's coming around. I mean, again, and honestly, the only fragging difference is really coming out of, I want to say Slim. I know bot mode is fragging out a little bit as a Zailer, but honestly, Slemnish going 22 and 21, 309 DPM is absurd versus Alpha and Slemnish is 224 to 244. Like, Slemnish is having a ball. But anyway, Jarrett, we're starting this mid. Take us on the first mid.
Sai's going to be a little bit weak because he took some fall damage, missed his ramp slide. He is going to eat the arrow this time, so that's nice. It seems like blue team is posted up by their own sewer. Seems like they're going to be able to get some good damage on the red soldiers trying to do some sort of fake bombs, and Botman's going to die immediately, and it seems like there's going to be a good collapse coming over as the blue team is unable to get out of this pit that is their own sewer. It's just going to be Campy left alive, and he's able to take 1 with him. We'll see if it's going to be more, and it ends up being not. 2 people left alive on red team. They aren't able to be able to save Bear's life, but that's going to be a mid win, and it mostly seemed like that mid that blue team got some good initial soldier denial, but the soldiers never committed, so they just kind of stayed in their own little pit of sewer and weren't able to walk forward at all.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just good stuff. I mean, great play from Mal there. You know, great heads-up play to see that, you know, if they don't act now, they're going to not get anything. But Slemnish, Ascent sniper, he's doing Corsa proud.
Both teams have a sniper, too.
Yeah, they actually know Slem's already on sniper. They saw him. So, I want to see what, I assume it's, yeah, it's Phelps. Alright, so Phelps on sniper. I want to watch Phelps. I'm a big Phelps sniper fan. I want to see what he's going to be doing here.
Kind of just in up to red team to be able to see if they can make any space for him to get some picks, and it seems like Slum's going to be the first death here. No sniper for blue team anymore.
Phelps makes his own space.
And blue soldier's going to be trying to jump around and make some space, but the red push isn't quite happening yet. They're going to be rotating sewer, making sure Phelps has a good angle to be able to look into people. They're actually not going to be pushing straight up. They're just going to use the alleviated pressure to be able to get more space.
Oh
Sai's pushing out. Sai is able to kill bot mode.
Oh my lord. Sai guy making everything happen. Look at this. 1. Misses the second one. Boom. Smoked him, baby. That's what you want to see from your biggest playmaker on your team. Great stuff inside. The Uber's going to go. This is everything. This is chef's kiss from Mal right now. This is everything you want and more. Doesn't matter that you're snipers, that it does not matter. This is the round handed to you on a silver platter. Thank Mr. Sai Guy. Just opened everything up with the Phelps sniper, getting everything done. Zailer versus the world. He's caught in left spawn. Gonna hit the resub. How could they mess this up? I don't know. Uber gets popped out. Aim's getting Ubered. He's in his natural habitat, jumping around, not C-tapping, having the time of his life. He's gonna pick up 1 frag. They're actually somehow messing this up, but they just barely capped the point with a 3v2 situation.
Yeah, bot mode almost stopped the point successfully, able to kill Alpha, and that's probably what made it so sketchy, but not fast enough to be able to block the point, so that is going to be able to grant red team their ability to push last and start this next mid.
Yeah,
seems
man. I mean,
like
I'm
both
excited.
demos are,
yeah, pretty much average speed here. I mean, I want to see what Alpha does here. I feel like he'd be doing more with his buffs on mid here. He's kind of just vibing, chilling on his rock right now. I want to see. He's going to start moving up here. Slemnish is going to punish him instantly for making that move there. So they're going to find a kill on the trip here. They need to find a kill here in the next couple seconds. Mal's positioning is so bad. Bear's caught in no man's land. He is going to take a rocket here. That's it. Run. Mid's over. Bear is going to live here. That's the only saving grace of this mid here. They're going to lose 3. Sai needs to put some kind of trap up ASAP that can try and kill Lolguy here. But Sai is actually trapping literally nothing. He's going to back all the way up to last here. They're going to cut their losses. Take the mid loss, take the second loss, and then play it in a stalemate here. So Real good stuff from Ascent there. Really dominant mid. I like Slumnish's position there. Waited for Alpha to, you know, start in the transitioning of him jumping from rock to point. That's when Slumnish went for that shot, because Alpha's movement is going to be very predictable, and was able to hit him for a clean 80 damage and instantly snuffed out his play there. So great stuff from Slumnish there. Good heads up display.
And it definitely helped that overall Ascent was able to stuff out the red team when they were, like, they sent 1 in IT and then 2 in sewers, so it was extra good to be able to prevent them from getting any positioning. But we're back to another stalemate on last. We have a gun sniper coming out from Mal. No off classes yet from Ascent. They're just trying to scope out what's happening and, you know, trying to see what they can do. We have some forward traps going up in lobby, and blue teams, it seems like they want to poke maybe like 1 or 2. We have Slem running in, trying to get a kill on the aim. The gun's not going to be able to actually see him because the gun's not centralized on the wrong side of the map. So they are able to get 1 kill, but it's not going to be anything too important because Bear still has his Uber, so.
Yeah, I mean, we got the sniper. He is gonna, you know, Trip's gonna die to the demo man, but you know, we got Alpha playing Pren's favorite class here, so we're gonna see how Ascent can kind of break this, you know, little turtle here. Phelps posted up in lobby, the gun posted up between 3 and 4. There's nothing that can break this. This is a hard last to break here. This is when it gets hard. When you get the gun in that spot, and the only reliable way you can spam it is roll out in 1, you're not able to spam it. Laz is able to get a clean little rocket in there. I just wish Sai would hold 1 and roll out, so it's literally unspammable. But Sai's playing in a very passive spot. Doesn't want to, you know, give him anything. I don't know why Alpha's picking up his gun just to move it 3 spots over to the left. I guess it makes it a little bit harder to spam. Actually, it makes it just as easy to spam, so I take that back.
It's so it can see into 1, I think. That's why, because it was far enough back that the rockets and it couldn't actually see into 1 if someone peeked. But now that it's closer, it can actually look.
What do you want to angle it though? Like you want to like turn the gun?
Yeah, you could probably angle it, but then it has a really long rotation time. So if someone goes 5 instead, so I guess he kept it centralized so it could shoot either 1 or 5.
I mean, Campy here. Slemnish sticking in his sniper. Ooh, they actually don't know, but the gun is in a position to stop maybe the sniper peek here. Here comes Slemnish edging around the corner right now, not able to find the shot here. He's going to get scared after taking the first shot. Phelps going to position himself accordingly here. Slemnish very, very low, going to take a big pipe from Sai, and they're going to pretty much concede out of 1 there.
Yep, a little bit of a rotation coming in. They're going to try lobby instead. Slem is alone. His team's not quite with him yet. I don't think anyone on red realizes that though, because he didn't really make himself seen. Scoped up on 5, maybe 3 this time, seeing what he can see. We do have a flank maybe coming in. We have some people coming in from 1. Aim's going to try to stuff them. They are able to get the gun, but bot mode's going to die for it. So all that's going to do is give Alpha enough time to build up another gun, because they lost 1 for that.
I love it. Oh, the 1v1. Oh, it almost happened. Phelps almost walked right into Slumnish there, and I don't think Slumnish was going to lose that 1v1 on Sniper, but Alpha already got his gun back to level 3 practically. So literally nothing has happened in the past 3 minutes, or 4 minutes here actually.
Spy committing.
Oh wait, here we go. I like it, I like it. He's on the spy sickle though. Poor choice of knife here, in my opinion. I don't like it.
A lot happening in 1, but the spy sees that it's happening, so they know to stuff it real hard. Slem trying to see if he can bait anyone to try to peek here, but Aim knows better than to show his face.
This is
Spy's still in position. Oh no.
Oh yo, Law Guy.
Yeah, oh no, yeah, Law Guy's paranoid. Decloak happens, so he decides not to do it instead anymore.
He's gonna go for the bot
Oh,
mode
he heard that.
He has his gaming headphones on full volume, and then actually Aim's gonna fall to the sniper. So now this just turned into a terrible situation here for Mal. The Uber's gonna get popped off here. They're actually gonna trade on Sai. I kind of like this to try and buy times. Yeah, they're gonna flash a lot here. The gun and dispenser are going down. Laz, look where he is. This positioning is incredible. Above the combo of Mal, and this is where the damage all pours in here. Big damage from Laz, gonna jump right onto getting 2 frags here. And that's it. Laz securing that for his team. Great stuff. Gonna get in right in through 3, land right onto the combo of my anime list, and then the Mal gonna fall 3-2 to Ascent as we start the 5th mid here.
Yep, I'm not really sure why Phelps
6th mid
risked a decloak on for just a soldier kill, but either way, we're gonna be rolling out into a mid here. The soldier's going fast into Sai. And Sai is gonna barely live, 9 HP, air shot him as he's jumped, and that's gonna immediately set Blue with a player down. They're all clumped up near their choke. Slem's gonna branch off towards IT, but it doesn't look like they want to commit after immediately losing a soldier. Sai types don't in chat.
Yeah, man, Sai is like I said, one of the scariest demos to land on, to run at, just because his aim is kind of gross, and as you see there. But then they're gonna take this, and oh, can't be little caught out here, Alpha. Oh, I would have, yeah, thank you, kill Campy there. He was way caught out there. They're gonna actually Uber first here. They're gonna save Sai guy here. Aim and Trip need to get in right now. They're gonna get a free kill in Sewer here in about 2 seconds. That's unacceptable how Lads is able to get that kill there onto Aim. Aim's gonna fall there. It's back to a 2v2. This should have been a 5v4 in favor of Mal, but Aim was not able to find that kill fast enough.
Yep. Seems like red team's trying to push, but they're going to push into blue team's respawn. I don't know if I like this too much. They don't have the rest of their team here to really help them. They're trying to run into grass as bot mode's trying to make some space, getting good damage on the sides. He's disconnected from Bear, and it seems like red team has realized that this is not a fight that they win, and they disengage, losing no players.
Yeah, I mean, kind of just going to stalemate here, in all honesty. Nothing really is going to...
Yep, they tried to push the
happen.
envelope a little bit, see if they can catch anyone off guard. It's not really going to work out, so... Like you said, back to even Ubers. It's up to red team to see what they can try to do to be able to get any kills or forces. It seems like bot mode's in IT a little bit deep. Maybe they can try to go for that. It does seem like they're kind of posted around IT. We'll have to see if they do go in. And yeah, that seems like they're actually going to be running in it soon. Chip's going to try to jump in and initiate. No one's really here, though, to immediately get any spam because bot mode's really passive. Not going to be dying to that. So they've taken IT here. Lower's kind of clear, but Trip's not really sure if he wants to commit, see if he can draw eyes for maybe someone upper, and it seems like that's the play. They send Scout through upper. He is seen, though. Good damage on the Slem. He's in rollout. Chased all the way to last, maybe, by bot mode. It seems like bot mode might want to challenge him. We'll have to see what this distraction does for the red team as they rotate over towards choke.
Phelps is, he's
challenging him, sitting up in nest.
He's just chilling. He's in no man's land. Wait, they're just gonna leave him. I mean, it looks like, you know, they're gonna push off it. Oh my god, bot mode actually is gonna... Wow, okay, I actually really like this. I don't know if you saw, but bot mode actually walked past him right now. So, Phelps... Oh, he's gonna get snuffed out by... Oh my god!
Just types don't after the two shot. They're looking for him.
Don't. Oh my god. Just don't. You could even see when he stood still and just don't. Just instantly. That was incredible. I love it. A lot of
sick plays. We missed an air shot that onto Trip too, so there's a lot of stuff happening really, really quickly. But unfortunately, all these sick plays is not really going to amount to anything. All these kills are not really enough for any team to decide to pull the trigger and do some sort of like full committal play. So we're going to go back to more slower paced gameplay. We have Slem going up on Sniper. He's been spotted, taking his first shot, body shot into Aim. He's going to be able to get aired on the corner, but now he has a sightline sitting in grass. Nice body shot onto Trip. Trip is also very weak, so we'll have to see how red team wants to deal with it, and they decide to bring up the Sniper of their own. He's sitting back behind blue crates over in his own team Sewer, see if he can get any kills, and that Aim's actually going to die trying to make space somewhere around Sewer, it looks like. So blue team has an opening. I mean, Campy kind of got hurt, so they're not going to be able to full commit. And it seems like a bot mode sack is going to go in, and Bear's going to miss his surf, so that's just going to be an easy force.
Yeah, I mean, pretty unfortunate stuff there. I mean, again, the snipers are both still in play from both teams here, but this is a good point to have a sniper on if you're on Mal. Just because, you know, Process has a ton of wide doorways, especially from IT and Choke here. So I want to see how, you know, Phelps is going to, you know, position himself. It looks like he's just going to chill on top of the point here. I don't know if he's going to
see the mind
reposition,
game.
But
I want to see it like, okay, so they're going IT, and he doesn't think they're going to go IT. So it seems like he might get punished here. They're popping through immediately. Good damage onto Phelps. He's on top of the rock, is going to die. So not able to win the mind game battle. So this is a point for blue team, although red is pretty close to Uber Sandblast. They're at 90. They could try to go early.
I mean, you know they're gonna do it. I mean, you know, they're peak and choke here. Alpha has a buff, size with him. The only thing I'm scared about is the potential 2v1 in IT that's probably gonna happen. Yep, that was actually Trip holding it down great right now, doing a ton of damage to bot mode, and that's actually gonna allow Phelps to respawn on Scout and pick up both of those kills. Great play from Trip there to slow them all down. #1 roamer coming into effect. And actually, this is you can transition off this. It looks like Aim. I wish Aim could keep jumping through right now. I don't know. I mean, Aim knows that Pack's not up. He needs to just take space right now And that's exactly what they're going to do. They got to get ready for the forward spawn here. Sai needs to get ready to trap it because they are going to get forwards here. 2 forwards right now. 3 in forwards, actually. So I don't think anything's going to kind of happen from it. So, again, a 3-2 game, all in favor of Ascent. But again, Mao has the position that they want. They have the last push. They have 10 minutes on the shot clock to work 2-mans, work a spy, a sniper, anything that they could possibly want to try and crack open this potential defense here.
Yep, after 2 free points, it's totally up to them. It seems like they're going towards lobby side, posting up a little bit at the bottom of the stairs, getting everyone buffed up, seeing what doors are free to be able to bust through. No off classes coming from Ascent, so there's no gun as Trip's able to bomb through. Get a good rocket on the law guy, is able to surf back to spawn. Phelps is still in. Tried to shoot Slum in the back, not going to be successful in getting that kill. Good damage on the Laz though. Phelps is actually going to just barely surf out.
That was so funny. He just went on to the last point and just got levitated right to roll out. And Slumnish is going to fall to aim and over in upper bats there, so, or 1 rather. So good stuff to aim there to find that kill. But that was actually so funny.
Yeah, and that's a little bit of a late death too. They have their players up. You could be able to find another door to be able to get through that's not that hard to crack. They're posted up in lobby again. Seems like Aim's peeking 5, seeing what's available. Although they do have their own sniper. I didn't realize that they still had the sniper. So they're just going to try to see if they can get another SVS happening here.
Yeah, I mean, bot mode here. Gonna just hit up the resub here. Oh wow, this is a good start for the Mal boys. You're gonna get a big pick on the Slumnish from Phelps there, who's honestly been the MVP of this half for me so far. So
going towards 5.
Good shot on the bomb mode. They need to trade it. That's a good trade. This is worth it now. Slumnish is not up yet. They need to figure something out here. They're gonna walk it in through 5. Big bomb from Aim to make a bunch of space here. Attention's gonna be drawn to him. They're gonna Uber first though. Bomb or All Guy's gonna pop here. The demo's gonna fall. This is big. Player's gonna.
It's a really good.
On the Uber players. That's not what you want to do. Slumnish here gonna get a bunch of damage. Gonna flank into 3 here. But Aim, man, missed timing all of that. He had the perfect bomb, but bombed into 3 Ubered players. He had it perfect, man.
Yeah, just a small mistiming ends it, and that could have been really nice too. Trip was able to find a way to get into the flank and get campy while the Uber was happening, which is really nice to not have a demo on the other team's blaster and trying to break it. But blue team has this player advantage they could try to poke off of. It's just a scout, but they could maybe see if they can get something happening here. They're posted up a little bit towards choke. We have someone IT. They have one person sewer, seeing if it looks free. Doesn't seem like they're going to want to do it though, as Phelps is already back, and they know they have disad from Bear popping first, so they're going to sit back a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a little bit too close though. They just got, and
oh wow,
they're still trying to go as if it's a really big ad, but it's not. It's even at this point. A little bit smaller than they initially thought. Seems
I saw the red in Alpha's eyes.
Yeah, it seems like they've realized that they need to cancel at this point. It's not really going to work, but they do have IT. They could transition it into some sort of like sack play. It seems like Phelps is going to try to go behind, but they've seen this play before. It's a bit of a distraction for Trip, but Trip's also not going to be able to get anything fruitful as Bot Mode immediately tries to go behind off of the fact that no one is really watching Choke too intently, so he's going to be existing behind Sewer. Blue team is going to be able to walk through here. 5-5 making space, trying to fight Aim, although he is a little bit disconnected. It makes enough of room for Bot Mode to be able to go in. He wins it, and Bot Mode has enough space from that play to be able to get the early pop onto Bear. So
man.
Bear's Uber ends 40% earlier, and that's definitely a misposition here as red team's going to get collapsed on and only have Phelps left alive, 50 HP, running all the way back to last.
That was just so poor from Aim to lose that fight, man. He shot like 5 rockets at high 5 and missed so many of them. And Aim wasn't able to get part of that Uber. Bear had to leave Alpha out to dry. And it was, just because the Uber was ending. Alpha actually on the spy class here. He is committing on it. Oh, wow. That timing was very, very close for Alpha there. But ad coming out of here from Ascent. They're already at 75%. So Alpha needs to find anything with this stab here. It looks like, he sees them all by 1 and roll out here. I mean, I don't hope he just doesn't decloak in the middle. Here comes the decloak, and that's it. He's dead. Yeah, again, too early. I don't know why he... That's just... I don't know. That was such a risky decloak in the middle of the open. But Law guy at 9 HP. The gun's gonna take forever to go down here. Zayler gonna actually take a bunch of damage, but both the soldiers from Ascent gonna find frags of their own, and this should be all in favor of Ascent, all up to Sai, and a 4-2 game. What was looking so good from Mal, from failed last pushes to everything, man. They had it all in their favor, and they threw it all away, coast to coast for Ascent. 4-2, still doable. 11 minutes on the clock, Jarrett.
Yeah, the thing they still have going for them at the very least is that their mids seem pretty solid. We'll have to see how it goes this time. It seems like Sai's going to be putting up a trap on top of the red crate, but I imagine the blue scouts are going to be able to see that and probably not run into it. Both teams kind of staying kind of passive near their own chokes. Not really tons of high ground control. We see Trip trying to go for a bomb. Doesn't really commit too far. Is going to get counter bombed though, and he's going to barely live. Sitting on top of the pack. Good damage actually on the blue team though. That's enough of a distraction, Trip's bomb and Aim's bomb, to be able to get some good kills onto the blue players. They went a little bit too far forward and were able to die, so good play by the red team, making space, not committing too far, and creating enough of a distraction to be able to put damage onto the blue team. So that'll be a mid win, and that'll be a free too, but now we're back to another stalemate. We have a sniper and an NG coming out from Ascent, and they're going to get posted up in a forward hold, I would imagine, and red team is gonna lose one immediately. Aim, peek, and roll out, learns the sniper exists, and it seems like Slem's gonna want to stay, roll out, see if he can see anything, and get some sort of angle into upper IT, but no one's really peeking. They're kind of just sitting on top of the point, putting out a little bit of spam. We'll have to see what they decide to do in terms of responding to the Slem sniper. Aim spawns up, doesn't hold the door, no one's going back. Seems like they're doing cookie cutter this time.
Slemnish.
And Phelps.
Wow,
Almost
great collapse there from bot mode.
Oh no, Trip with the rocket! Slem stood still for an arrow, but Trip came in and was able to put a fade away. He is gonna die for it though. So we have High Five going in, actually able to trade with him. Tons of trades, people just going in on really weak players trying to get the force and from bot mode, and that is going to succeed after so many people from red team had died trying to do things in lobby. They are gonna be able to get both soldiers, but the fact that red team force here will lead this eventual stalemate that's happening right now to turn into an ad push out from blue team once they get the respawners. The question is how is red team going to respond to this disad situation that they now found themselves in? Are they going to play cookie cutter and back up? Are they going to be able to try to go for some sort of back cap? What are they expecting here? We have a heavy on bot mode. I guess he's going to be staying at last. We'll have to see if that plays into blue team pushing out. It seems like going out through one. Aim's going to bomb in, going to die and get the force. And it does seem like it's going to be a back cap attempt. Phelps going behind in lobby is going to get cleaned up, and it seems like that's going to be 2 kills, which I would say is a pretty successful Uber coming from the blue team. So
yep,
now
mode's still on last here.
Yep, and now they got to see what they can do here to use the players they have to push in a mid, even though they have disad. Actually, I don't even think they're going to be doing it right now. They've realized with bot mode staying at last, they don't have that much of an advantage, and with Alpha staying on sniper in the forward spawn, actually he got out of the forward spawn. Alpha has ad, and he's on sniper. This is going to be kind of interesting.
Yeah, I don't really agree with this play. I mean, he should have swapped. I mean, I don't know if he already committed. I don't know if he anticipated to force Law guy, which is honestly a safe assumption in most parts. But they're going to Uber right away here from lower lobby here. Sai taking it deep. Going to trap in High Five. High Five's caught. Going to get killed off by Sai. Great play from Sai. They have to convert this here. Get your sniper and angle ASAP. There's not a single player capping 2 yet. I think Trip's probably going to be the player to cap it. No one has capped 2 yet. I think they're going to just try and probably focus on forcing Law guy here. Trip now going to start the 2 cap. Maybe forgetting that they had a sniper here.
This
here
is really
comes
bad.
The Uber. Yeah, this I don't like this
Aim's
position
not going
right
to get
now.
forwards probably. They're going to block this. A lot of damage coming onto Phelps. He's going to fall down, try to get some good damage to help with Trip getting into lobby. That's going to be unsuccessful. The Uber that comes out,
Zayler.
He lingered around and was able to somehow find Zayler. I don't know why no one chased him. He was kind of just under Spire the entire time. I guess they were looking at Trip the whole time, and that's going to help him be able to get that pick. But it's still not very many people alive from red team. They are able to get 1 player in Laz, but they still have to put pressure on the blue team here.
I mean, Alpha needs to do something on sniper, man. He hasn't gotten a single kill yet. Like, this has just been a 5.
He just got one. That was an air headshot on Laz.
All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. I mean, he needs to do more, though, man.
True.
I need more than that.
We're back in this situation where they have that, but they have a sniper, which is... It's not ideal. They can work with it. They're going Al-Qaeda right now, and it seems like blue team is so passive, afraid of the sniper that they're just going to get free. The only question is are red team going to push the envelope and try to go in when there's only like 5% at this point? It seems like they think it's bigger than it is. Phelps is peeking a little bit. Sai is also peeking at 5, but seems like they are going to finally slow down. They realize that they don't even have it capped, so even if it was ad, it would be kind of sketchy to continue to push. So I think they realize that it's finally even now, and we're back to another sniper duel, Sandblast.
Yeah, I mean, I just need to see. You know, the
Oh, the
sniper's
flank for
cool.
bomb mode.
I mean, yeah, bomb mode. I hope she's gonna get snuffed out by Trip there. But I mean, I'm tired of these ad snipers. Time is being wasted. Mal needs to figure something out here.
There's
Alpha
6
needs
minutes left.
He needs
and
to kill bind, or he needs to walk Bravo guy.
It's probably fine now that it's a stalemate, but if it ends up being another like ad on sniper thing, they might want to. I mean, I guess it worked. They're pushing to 2. Ascent was so passive and afraid of the fact that he was playing sniper that they basically got 2 for free. So that was nice. But it's got to keep going this way. If it goes back to how it was a few minutes ago, where not really much was happening, then it's not going to be great.
Wow.
They are able to hit bot mode, which is nice.
Yeah, very ambitious bomb. No one actually covered roll out there. But again, 5 minutes, Jarrett. What are we doing, man? And what's the play here?
Seems like a 2-man. They don't look at Trip. They're so focused on the fact that there's a sniper 1, they don't even look at 4 and 5, and they're able to get through and get a successful force. Immediate sentry coming out of bot mode to be able to get ready for the push that'll eventually come in. But it's another deal. Alpha's
He's going back.
Sniper. He's going back. He's doing it. They're holding the door.
Yes.
No more advantage with Sniper.
See, baby. Let's go. This is what I've been waiting for. Now you have ad with your combo scout ready to go, man. This is what I've been waiting to see.
Cookie cutter last push.
Now, you know, they're going to get a little bit of time to build off of it, granted, because he had to switch off of it. But this is the time where Mal can even this game out here. Because if they slot a sniper, unless Alpha pops off here, they're not winning this push. But Sai goes deep here. The gun's going to go down. Point's going to get played by Alpha here. Not going to play much of it, though, since there's still stickies on it. Someone has to help play the stickies. Phelps on point here. Put the soldier on the point. Phelps doesn't see bot mode. He's going to stop the point. 2 frags going in favor of Ascent, but it doesn't matter. The whole push gets snuffed out here. A full ad from Lol Guy. Bear trying to run. Hustling. Gonna die.
Sai overextended a nest, and the red soldiers did not use any rockets to clear the point at all, so they got no kills and no cap time, and Sai's kind of caught out here. He is gonna be able to get help from his forward respawners, so that's gonna be his saving grace as he tries to escape with 30 HP. Trip trying to go in for a force. He is gonna be successful, but Aim and Trip are pretty aggressive. He might try to trace these soldiers down. They're both pretty low. Aim is gonna die, but Trip is gonna be able to get out.
Yeah.
So that is something at least to play up. But there is a back cap going on. Didn't even realize that there's a scout all the way behind, so Ascent's gonna have to back up to see if they can block this.
I mean, that's a good play from Alpha there. Brought all of Ascent back and got a ton of cap time. If I'm Mal, I'm gonna just try and hold up on mid. As soon as Aim spawn, kind of just try and take some ground through Al-Qaeda, try and create a presence for my team, and not let that cap time go to waste, because that creates a lot of pressure on the team. If you're able to play on, you know, by the point with that much cap time, they have to give it to you or they have to leave. Just because half cap is so important right there. And that looks like exactly what they're going to try and do. Start the drive fight here. Try to get as close to the point as possible, which they've successfully done that. There's traps on both sides of the point there. Phelps going to literally just walk
Sense
in.
Playing scared a little bit.
Yeah,
Immediately out to last.
They even had 20 ad there. Like, Long was building a lot better. He probably was able to see that with the Solemn Vow. But, like, I wish that Ascent put up a little bit more of a fight there.
I don't like this. The Ascent's starting to play scared. They're playing different. They're playing slightly more passive. They have a heavy, which they haven't had before, so they can't actually properly stuff doors and do rotations. And he's just probably going to eat a lot of damage from this exchange.
No,
but Sai gets blasted back, and Trip dies, so this forced exchange isn't going to really be very great. They're getting on top of the point. He was able to block it. They are able to get on it at the last second. What did I just say? Ascent is playing differently. They're playing passive. They have this weird heavy. So even though Red Team does a slight miscalculation in terms of the execution of their push, Ascent is so afraid about what's about to happen that they beef and aren't able to block the point. So now we're at a tied game, I think, right?
My game crashed. Take the mid.
All right, we're back to a mid fight here. It seems like the blue soldier went out fast, so he's able to put extra pressure on the red team. But Sai's going to be able to eat an arrow, stay healthy. It seems red team's going to be able to take some high ground, though. The question is will the counter initiation come in? Bot mode tries to come in, able to get aim. Good damage trade coming from the red team, though. The scouts are able to trade some of the health to be able to get some kills on the on the blue soldiers. Although Trip's going to be able to go in and not be successful. So it's going to be back to even amount of players, and with Bear taking damage from, I think, a pipe, or it had to be a pipe, so the soldier's alive. That's going to give Ascent the space to be able to come back in and reposition themselves on top of the mid here. That was so good from Red, and then they just became so greedy and lost so much damage. And Side's going to die to Zaylor. They're not able to pressure him properly, and the Uber's going to get forced out as they try to run in here and try to get the counter, and Phelps is also going to be off on the side, taking a 1v1 outside of the exchange and also going to die. So that's immediately another crumbling happening. Bears popped up in the air. Both soldiers are going to commit. They're probably going to die, but they are able to get the medic. RGLgg though, not able to surf out from the flank, coming from sewer. Good play by AIM, so that's going to be a little bit of a saving grace as Alpha's trying to run and see if he can get some sort of kill, but he's just going to get piped by Zaylor and get piped. And with 50 seconds left, doesn't seem like there's very much time for a lot of things to happen here. Zaylor's going to die. Elf's just going to try to rush in and see if he can kill high 5.
I mean, Mal played so incredible this second half, but in all honesty, man, they had the opportunities. They beefed a couple last pushes. Both teams beefed a couple last pushes. A little bit of BM in chat for both players. I'm liking it. Zaylor getting some smack talking. I'm loving it. So, Mal gonna fall to the losers bracket. If you guys didn't see, Dorcia did lose to Froyotech as expected. This, the script is playing along accordingly, but GG's all around, man. That was a really good map. I'm happy that, map 1 was a little bit underwhelming from Mal. I really thought that, I'm happy that they fixed out a lot of their issues that it looked like they had with Bear getting caught out a bunch and, getting killed a lot in a lot of these post fights, but I really feel like Mal came through towards the end and put up an insane game. That's a game that you should be happy about, and yeah, I mean, RGLgg dying more than 1 time and a half, so that's cool to see.
They definitely did a good job adapting, even though it wasn't close enough. I was wrong; it wasn't tied earlier, but they did a good job putting a lot of pressure on Ascent. You saw them starting to make Ascent crumble a little bit at the end there, like putting the pressure on and changing the way that Ascent was playing, and they're able to clutch out some rounds, more so than the Sunshine game. So there was definitely an upward trend in terms of performance, but I think the deficit starting out from the first halves in both matches and how it was so polarizingly in favor of Ascent is just going to be not enough for Mal to stick out their necks long enough to be able to get into upper bracket. So they are going to go down to lower. Ascent is going to be victorious here, able to go into upper, and we'll have to see what's in store. I'm not sure when the next matches are going to be scheduled, but I'm excited to see how these matchups are going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see the Ascent Furry rematch. I think everyone is. That's obviously, I don't know when that match is. I hope it's sometime soon. I don't know if they're running the games this week or next week. I assume they're going to be ran next week, typically. I think we're running on schedule. I don't think we're behind on anything since there obviously is no LAN with the COVID running around. But, I mean, all in all, really good match coming out of Mal that second game. I'm really happy. They kind of showed that they had the potential, but obviously, I think I stuck on my prediction, Ascent 2-0, but I think that we knew that process was going to be a little bit more different of a game watching that Sunshine game there. I mean, I'm really happy. If you want, we can try and interview someone from Ascent. Maybe we can try and look around, maybe ask a couple people, but we can try and figure something out. But other than that, I mean, I'll ask some of the guys on Ascent to figure some stuff out. But other than that, Jared, give me your thoughts, man.
Well, I'm looking at some of the stats here. It seems like when it comes to overall in the match, it seems like the damage output overall was definitely in favor of Ascent. Obviously, they were able to be the victors there. A nice 271 DPM from Zaylor, despite all the stalemates that were happening. And I'm really honestly surprised that despite how slow everything was, only one player was below 200 DPM, and it wasn't even that far. Alpha only got 190. I guess it kind of makes sense with the amount of snipers and spamming that was happening in these stalemates still, but it's kind of surprising to see. We had a really nice stat line, though, even though it wasn't tons of damage. I really like High 5. I'd like to highlight his 35 and 30 in a really good ratio, and with 24 assists, which is nothing to shake your finger at for sure. So, or to not, but definitely probably a contributing factor to why Logeye only had 5 deaths compared to Bear's 15. So overall, Ascent playing really well. Not quite as well as their Sunshine performance, obviously, but it's going to definitely be enough to be able to take the match overall.
Hello?
Seems like we have Phelps here. Hello, Phelps.
So, thank you for dragging me in to laugh at the loser.
Well, we gotta get an interview going on. If you're willing, we can ask you some questions, see what's up. And I know that losing a match that was really close might not be the best, but if you're willing to give your opinions on some of the things that happened, we're happy to hear them.
I just want to know what was different from Sunshine to Process, because you guys looked so disconnected. I feel like Bear was getting caught out, getting killed a bunch in situations that didn't really make a lot of sense. And Process, you guys just flipped a switch. But what changed? Was it what happened there?
I don't think we're very confident in our mids on Sunshine. We kind of always get trapped in a death corner, and with Process, we're just a lot more maneuverable, so we don't get wiped. Maybe some of us played a bit better individually too.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Consider Sunshine a warm-up game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of it, because you guys played entirely differently as an entire team. You guys were moving around a bunch. Bear was more fluid with Alpha. It seemed like everyone was just kind of more on the same page that game, which was nice to see. But you guys actually 4-3. It was a close one, hard fought battle, obviously. What was up with some of these last pushes though, man? I feel like there were so many opportunities to close out a round, but you lost by a round by you had a chance. It was seconds left on the clock. Do you feel like the last pushes were the biggest problem in your guys' Process game?
I don't know if it was specifically the last pushes. I think we did have a lot of problems committing onto players, catching out someone. I know especially on that last one, there was a lot of frantic comms. Hey, get on the demo and all that, but I think we've had a long week, man. We haven't had a break from TF2 since Friday, so I definitely not making excuses, but players are pretty tired, man.
I hear you. Playing the Yoms Cup, Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, then running right into Sunday scrims for playoffs is probably a little tiring. It's a lot of TF2,
Yeah, we don't have a lot of big hug every day kind of players on our team, so. Yeah. Not used to this level of TF2. I know Aim was thinking about skipping for his birthday. By the way, happy birthday, Aim. Just shouting that out.
Right.
Let's go,
Aim! Looking towards the future, now you guys are going to be playing Dorsia in the lower bracket at a date to be determined. I know that you're definitely not going to spill every single strat in the universe live on stream, but can you speak about any of your expectations coming into that BO3?
I feel like us and Dorsia, especially, they've changed the roster around pretty much every time we've played them this season. And I gotta say, I think this new roster is their best so far. But I do feel like we're pretty much 100% equally matched, so going into that match, I guess it's whoever's playing better, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Brand Slam was moved off demo. I believe they have... no, Brand Slam's, I believe... Or actually, no, Chunky, actually.
Chunky's playing demo.
Yeah, Chunky's playing for them. And they put Brand Slam back on Scout, which kind of shocked me. I thought they were going to... I know QQ was playing with them. I just didn't know if that was just for the Yoms Cup, since, he was boys with him. But, I was... if they were going to run Kuki Brand Slam on Scout, and then... Or Kuki Ash on Scout... and Brand Slam on demo, that would have been probably an even better roster. But I'm excited to see how Chunky does also against Dorsia, or against your team rather, just because it's his first ever playoff series. But I'm just happy, we had a good game on Process. I'm just happy, Sai hit the classic crazy air shots.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I didn't actually realize that Ascent had committed to Slemdish high five on combo scout and Slemdish flank. I don't know, for me it's a lot of fun to play against Slemdish on flank, so I was actually really happy seeing that. Yeah,
Slemdish is fun to watch and also play against. But other than that, you heard it from the man. He's ready for his Dorsia match. Equally matched game, which is cool. So other than that, we'll probably bring you guys that next week whenever that goes live. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Phelps, Gianni, last minute shout outs you want to give to anyone? I already know you shouted out Aim's birthday.
Yeah, Aim's birthday, you know, the Malcord, the Mal community. Big shout outs to all of them. My team, you know, hope we make it to the next round of playoffs.
Going for third, man.
Going for third? No, we're going for first.
There you
That's
go.
the spirit.
That's even better. Well, other than that, that's pretty much it. We had a really good series. Really happy to see that process is more competitive. Other than that, man, that's pretty much it. We'll bring you guys this match next week, obviously, on Sunday. If there's no surprise hiccups, we'll be back. Me and Marm will be back with the podcast on Sunday. So we'll review this match. We'll review the Froyo Dorsia game. You know, the predictions going into the next playoff game. And then we'll also touch on some of the Division 1 games. Because I know that the Dippity team beat Sin Karma's team. So that's a pretty cool little win for them, and see how Div 1's forming out. But other than that, there's actually another Div 1 match tomorrow. I think that's being casted on TF2 or the Fireside cast, whichever one wants to do that. But that'll be a game to look out for if you're interested in just watching TF2 and some Div 1 games. Other than that, man, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. We're going to close out the stream. Yeah, peace out.